What is up, guys? Cyber Houdini here, and welcome back to Alan Wake 2. Yes, we are back. 13 years wait. Has it been worth it? God, so far, so good. Remedy have gotten something quite special together here. They just keep going leaps and bounds above themselves after every game. The graphic fidelity is off the fucking charts. It's like a movie, dude. It's like an actual movie. I love it. It's True Detective meets Alan Wake meets Twin Peaks. So good. Oh yeah, baby. I'd say the only little weird choice that they've made is that it's digital only, you know? Probably something they'll do in the future. No doubt it's something to do with like Epic, I'd say. They partner with Epic Publishing, and we know the Epic Store is a weird old bitch. There's no way around it. But yeah, so far so good. It's also Halloween. Happy Halloween. We're going to be kicking things off with Alan Wake 2. Nice big chunk. It just came out recently. Then we'll have some other games as well leading into the darkness. That's when all the demons come out. I'm hoping in this session we'll get to play as Alan Wake himself, stuck down in the dark place. But we started the game off with Saga Anderson, FBI agent. She's really cool. Let's see where this goes. Got between this and fucking Spider-Man and Mario. Jesus. How's it going, Dynamite? How you doing, dude? Hello, happy Halloween. How's your day going, man? Any plans? Any fireworks out there at all? I'm hearing some already. Yes. Yes. Alright. Cool. Lots of little leaks about the new season, or should I say the old season of Fortnite. It's going to be kind of wild. They're bringing back literally every, like, favorite feature or big feature of the old game, which was just kind of cool. I see that the old skins are coming back, but they're getting remixed, kind of slammed into each other. This clearly seems like a season where they needed some time, you know? It's like,
there's the sign.
Oh, sweet baby Jesus, we can't get this Lego stuff off the ground, so you need some time. And then I also saw, I think people didn't know if there was sprinting, people didn't know if there was mantling, and all that's coming back. I saw the ball is coming back. Hello, Megan, how's it going? Happy Halloween. Happy Halloween. Nice. Yeah, I picked out 3 games. We tried a little bit of PC gaming last night, and as always, it's a shit show. Why hasn't Windows or somebody come in there and made things easier? Like, just tabbing out of a PC game so you can access the rest of your computer is a fucking joke. No matter if you're windowed mode or what. It'll always be a head scratcher for me. I prefer console streaming, but then you have to deal with the likes of Elgato, so you can't win, really. Dude, if someone was to come in here and just streamline everything, holy god, they'd make a mint. Alright. Yeah, all the mashed up stuff. The old trees are back. Nice. I'm kind of finishing off this season with, I think, 20 crowns. A lot of kills. It was a good season, actually. I liked it. A lot of stupid shit by the end with the turrets, and I like the brooms. I'll miss those. Alright, so when we left off here, we're going to put an actual human heart into this witch's curse. I think she's meant to be Barbara Yeager, this creepy old bitch from the first game. Lots of callbacks to the first game, even though it's been 13 years. They've done a great job. You see the fidelity is just off the fucking charts. So, yeah, if you know your Sleepy Hollow, if you know your Twin Peaks, we're about to go into a hellhole. Ain't that nice?
The wave crashed
Sure.
on the far side of the
Salt it first.
I brought you the Heart Witch. Show me the terror.
Mummy. Legend of Wayne's World. What up? Hello. God, I love seeing that name pop up. Wayne's World. Keep your wits about you, and your wits, and your witches. Oh lord, we're going into this hellmouth. This is all gameplay. Pretty damn cool. The overlap, it's called. We've already got a little shoddy. I like the way she takes it out as well. She removes it from her shoulder and puts it back there, you know. It's fucking nice touch. But it's just enough time for you to switch over. Alright, no pressure. Let's just... Ever see Sleepy Hollow? We're going in. Mamma mia. Here I go again. Jesus Christ. Are you guys going to watch some movies tonight? Oh yes. Mr. Scratch is waiting for us. He's the dark, evil version of Alan Wake.
I think I'm in the overlap.
Alright. It's nice and loud, huh? Which is good for a change. Graphics are epic. Hell yeah.
Fuck.
It's the PS5 version.
Okay, Saga. Going in solo.
Damn it, where'd the noise go? But I hear the Xbox Series X version is very tasty as well. Yeah, so this is Saga Anderson. She's a new character, but sort of not. She's an FBI agent. She's working in Bright Falls, which is the creepy Twin Peaks style town from the first game. And as you know, Alan Wake is stuck in the dark place, which is, yeah, a creepy, nasty recess of the mind. And his evil doppelganger has replaced him, known as Mr. Scratch.
Logan? Logan!
Oh, wow.
Where are you?
We've had to deal with an old,
What the fuck was that?
evil FBI agent known as
back.
Nightingale, who basically came
Imagining things.
back to life with a big bloated body after being in Cauldron Lake for 13 years. Pretty nasty. See, it's a little bit like True Detective, and it's a little bit like Alan Wake, and it's a little bit like Twin Peaks. Okay, now they're just fucking with us. We're in like some kind of a time. Oh, Jesus. Is that Alan?
What was that?
So he's kind of stuck in the room
Wait.
writing this story as it
Did I
happens.
get turned around?
So I'm thinking
No, this is right.
he's trying to write himself
This
out of
place
here.
is looping. Like a nightmare.
We can't have that. So we find these manuscript pages and it kind of tells you what happens before it happens. Cool. Hey Bernie, hello. Happy Halloween, everyone. How you doing? Nice. Yeah. So we'll be playing some nice games, and then once Fright Fest is over, we'll be kind of getting back to
Need to find
non-stop games. We're doing a full playthrough of Alan Wake. Spider-Man, we're getting closer and closer to the fucking end, man. It's such a great game. So when you pause the screen, this is where you go. You go into our Mind Palace. If you've ever read or watched Sherlock or anything, it's a whole big thing where people like visualize a physical realm to work things out. It's kind of cool. So it's like an instant changeover. It's wild. This is where we put our clues together, our upgrades, everything. It's really slick. This game is insanely cool. They've said they're already getting like full production for the Max Payne 1 and 2 remake, which will be one big game, which is awesome. Very, very clever. And obviously Control 2 as well. So yeah, Remedy, holy hell, one of the best devs out there. Unfortunately, things aren't looking so good in the realm of video games right now. Massive amounts of layoffs. And just really badly done as well. Right now, the current one is Bungie. And they're basically releasing people outside of contracts. And this was something that they promised they wouldn't do when Sony bought them. There was actually like, I think 1.2 billion of it put aside for, you know, employees to stay on board. Can we have a drink?
If only the rest of the bureau knew what
So that's really shitty. And apparently they had like stocks as well, and they're kind of squeezing them out as well. It's just horrible practice. The quicker we can get unionization and job protection for game developers, the better. And I'm sick of hearing about it. They even let go of the composer, the actual composer. And this is not just some average little ditty. This is the fucking guy who created some of the best songs for Halo as well, you know? Good lord, what a disgrace. And it's all just in the, you know, in the best interest of shareholders and Sony, just to post a profit. And they're still hiring people. It's so strange. It's such a weird fucking land we live in. Yeah, so this one's kind of forest and creepiness, whereas Alan Wake is like a fictional New York City. Fucking hell. Neons and... Damn. Lots of baddies. It is a third-person shooter at its heart. Oh, I see you, motherfucker. Kind of looks like Rorschach, doesn't it? You know those like ink blot tests you get? Oh. We're looking for Nightingale. He kind of sort of got up off the morgue's table and started being a little less dead than he should have been. So what's cool about this is during the course of Alan Wake 1, it very much felt like it was only Alan going through this, and even through the course of the game, we felt like ourselves were like, oh, is Alan gone a bit mad, you know? And here's these two triangles. It's kind of cool. They've got that kind of Blair Witch thing going on, you know, the old witch stick voodoo shit for rituals and effigies and that, you know? But in this case, all those triangles, they're trying to blend all of Remedy's games together. It's really well done. Control, Quantum Break, Alan Wake, Max Payne.
It's like they're coming in over a bad signal.
Exactly. This is Alan trying to write himself out of his own horrible story, but he can't be caught. If he's caught, they'll know. So each one of these triangles actually represents a different world, and if you played Control, you'll realize that you know, there might be simple looking triangles, but they actually mean something. In this case, it means the overlap, which is 2 dimensions crossing over, and this is where Saga comes in. Alan's gonna obviously ask for her help to get him out of there, but she seems to have some problems of her own. Alright, nice. Oh yeah, that's a lot of goodies. You know what that means? We're about to get ourselves all situated into a boss fight. I love it. Wait till you see when we get into Alan Wake's part as well. They're great games. The first game is absolutely still worth a play. Hello, Nightingale. Show me the clicker. Yeah, it uses light and dark. Very, very clever. Come on out, you bastard. Look at us, we're going through a subway tunnel. That's really cool. Yeah, so they use their own proprietary engine known as the Northlight engine. It's been used since kind of Quantum Break and then mainly Control, and it just keeps getting better and better and more lifelike. It's so impressive. Good for them. I've always been a huge fan of Remedy, going back to the original Max Payne. Bring it, motherfucker. I ain't scared of you. Always fast. He's a big chungus. Eat it! We're gonna put you down once and for all, big boy. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Jeez.
I have to get to safety.
Right? Let's get the fuck out of here. Poor Saga, she's just, you know, human. Going through all this shit. We remember the tornadoes from the first game. Yeah, it's very clever. It uses light and dark and the light and dark side of man without getting too Nietzsche about it. Oh my god! Ew! Sir, you've got a chest vagina? Get the fuck off me. Okay, that counted as an owie. I got an owie. Bad dog. I am using this shotgun. I don't give a fuck. I'm not playing any more games with you. No, no, no. So yeah, between like Christmas, I'd say a lot of you guys are gonna pick up a lot of games. I'm telling you. What's that? They're not paused. More shoddy? Oh. Thank you. Oh! Oh! God, he really wants to play! Ugh. At least put some pants on. God, man. No tiny shriveled weenish. Oh shit. Oh shit. Now he's really fucking pissed. Alright. Yeah, painkillers, that's so cool. They brought them back from the original fucking Alan Wake. Oh, no, the original Max Payne, actually. When he used to just skull a bottle of painkillers. What great games they were. I'll never forget, like, running along the blood trail. Alan Wake 2 was awesome as well. It was done more like a novella, a detective opera show. What would you call those? Soap opera? There we go. I couldn't figure out the first word. Why is it called soap anyway? People like cleaning themselves when they wash it? Or what's that about, man? What are you guys playing, huh? What are you playing for Halloween? We got through some good stuff, like Alien Isolation. I think I might go back to that. For the 10-year. Like, isn't it funny, like, when you think of this, like, 2013... Oh shit, oh shit. Where is he, where is he? Right, that scared the shit out of me. Every time I go to grab something... There he is! So you use the light to burn them away? And you open up a can of whoop-ass? Look at this dude. No grabby-grabbies. Mama said, fuck you up! I think he's dead. I think we got him. Look at those headshots. Ooh, she got a nasty scare there. Poor Saga. Like, these are genuine FBI. This is not messing around. So, to deal with the paranormal like this is... Yeah. You're not coming out of this one. Here he is. Mr. Wake. Mr. A. Wake. This is where they both meet.
Who are you?
What is this? Who are you?
Hear me.
I'm Saga Anderson, FBI.
You might think Saga's a weird
I
one.
can hear you.
It's actually based on Norse.
Cauldron Lake.
Yes, I'm at Cauldron Lake. Where are
Nightingale,
you?
you're fucked as Cyber plays
to
Dark
escape.
Souls. I barely play it, in fairness.
The dark presence.
Danger. Thanks. Got it.
That didn't help too much, right? Yeah, they recently remastered Alan Wake. And, you know, it spruces it up a little bit. It's not a full remake or anything. But,
Hey!
uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, no. That is not Alan Wake. Trust me. So this looks like...
Are you okay?
No!
That's,
It's my fault!
that's not him.
It got out!
Looks like him.
My face! Scratch!
Scratch, Mr. Scratch.
Sir, calm down. I'm gonna need you to take a breath.
He's changed the story. The dark presence.
That is not
We
him.
must stop it before.
Easy now.
Mr. Scratch
First things first.
is his evil
What's
doppelganger.
your name?
Every time you see Alan
My
Wake
name
screaming
It's Alan Wake.
or
I've been
eating
playing around.
flesh,
I've been.
Wake?
that's Mr. Scratch.
Where did you come from?
Mr. Scratch.
You've been missing for 13 years.
13.
End of chapter. Nice. I love this. It's just like a TV show. Yeah, that is not him. Hand on heart, that is not Alan Wake. We know he's trapped in that room. It's interesting they're using this kind of music because they usually use this band called Poets of the Fall, and in the game they're called All Gods of Asgard. It's interesting. Yeah. Interesting, yes, yes. Alright. He sounds familiar, like that James Arthur guy or whatever. They all sound the same, man. Lewis Capaldi, James Arthur.
All of a sudden,
Fuck.
the radio stopped working, and then that flooding just
Nice.
disappeared. Crazy.
So this guy has a bit of backstory. This is the other FBI agent.
Is
It's
this
called
who I
Alex Casey,
think it is?
who's a nod to
Casey, say hello to
Max
Alan
Payne,
Wake.
but he's played by,
Mr.
hear me
Wake,
out,
this is
he's played by
Special
Sam
Agent
Lake,
Alex
who's
Casey.
the CEO
He'll
of
escort you to our
Remedy,
car.
but he's voiced by the
Casey, I'll
original
meet you there, right
Alan
after
Wake.
I take a look around. If the
Confusion, huh?
flooding's receded, there might be evidence we missed earlier.
Okay. See you there.
Yeah, this is definitely not.
Alex Casey.
Yeah.
How
What's weird is
am I still?
Alan wrote a book
Is this the dark place? No, it
about
can't be.
Alex Casey.
I got out.
Anyone who's played the first game, you'll realize this is not Alan Wake.
The PI from your books has the same name as me. Great. Moving on.
Alright.
It's a bit of a hike to the car.
So this is Cauldron Lake.
Your bearings.
See where that kind of rock is out there? There used to be a cabin,
I
very
need
creepy
another
little
minute.
cabin in the middle of the lake. But you find out in the first game it's not real
Never
cabin
seen
at
this place
all.
again.
It's more of a,
Time.
you know,
You should know these woods aren't the same.
entrance to another world.
Yeah.
Darkness. There's the mental hospital up on the hill there.
dark.
Why they gotta make like mental hospitals so weird?
You have a flashlight?
It'd be nice if it was just like a beach somewhere,
Sounds
nice
safe for
beach
that
resort. Dead Island 2 got a DLC, but I don't hear great things about it.
You can relax
Dead Island 2 was a great game. It badly needs to go on like Game Pass and PS Plus. Great game. Has horrible like sequel bait.
Vital information.
But yeah, look how good these guys look. Jesus. Alan, you're looking a bit mucky there.
Okay.
So they put him into Fortnite and he got like a special mission that you can play to relive the first game. And it's really nicely done. It was in heavy collaboration with Epic. But these kids don't give a fuck, man. Half of them weren't born when the first game came out 13 years ago. Are you joking me? Well, yeah, it is what it is. Dude, if you'd have told me like a year ago I'd be playing fucking Fortnite.
With the flooding gone, could be further clues out there.
Right, yeah, Saga's a cool
The flooding
character.
Disappeared very suddenly.
Not shoehorned or anything. She was mentioned in
To Nightingale.
other games, you know. And the Saga thing, it's named after a Norse god. All of Remedy's games, obviously they're a Finnish dev, they're from Finland, you know, based in Finland. They have heavy connections with everything Norse, and even from the first Max Payne, they actually, you know, had Norse and mention to Norse gods and that. This one's no different with Thor and Odin and now Saga, and the old gods of Asgard. It's a nice touch. It doesn't go too far into it where it's like, oh, this is actually the story of how Odin killed all his kids and all this shit. It's like, no, it's not that far, thankfully. Alright, I got another dead deer. Nightingale is gone. That's cool. He was an annoyance, you know. He's like a almost comedic element to the first game. Okay. But this seems far more serious. I wonder where they want this to go. Love the sunshine. Holy hell. Yeah, I'm not great at dodging at all. I may have fucking hell. We've had some amount of Souls like this year. Excited. You know, every month there's a new kind of shooter that comes out or a new battle royale contender. I think the industry is just like in flux right now. They don't know what they're doing, but single player games are still selling amazingly. So yeah, maybe stop chasing Fortnite. Start chasing some good stuff. I think Warzone, Fortnite, and Apex are just the three big ones. Alright, so we read this. See, he's scratched out some. This is the stuff that Alan Wake had written. Will work of art propose an alternate narrative. Ooh, so you can start fucking messing with stuff. This tends to happen afterwards. Flowed like water flowed. Yeah, the big fucking leftover from the first game was like, it's not a lake, it's an ocean. So it kind of meant with Cauldron Lake being an actual door to hell. Now they're like, oh, it spans the whole world. It's kind of cool. Why did they do that? So we'll see where this goes. Clearly, Saga's going to try and help him get out. Now it seems like, oh, we finally found Alan Wake, but there's no way in hell that that's him. I always wondered what Mr. Scratch had got up to, but it looks like he was only released now. He's not all bloated like Nightingale. And what happened to his wife Alice? Like, he literally sacrificed himself in the first game to save her. We got here more manuscript pages. Kind of should just let us read those immediately, but who am I? I don't understand what that means. Nightingale in the dark
He'd been
place.
on the trail of the writer forever. The writer he despised.
Yeah.
Hemingway, Bukowski, Wake. I'll get you.
Oh yeah.
I'll find you. I'll make you pay.
It's easy to be a
Clearing
sheep
over
instead
your
of a
head.
shepherd. Holy
He
shit, dude,
descended
that
into
sounds
the tunnels,
amazing.
From the dark city into the ocean of darkness. Next stop, Caldera Street Station.
Oh, here we go.
Something, a presence rumbled.
Called
On
there
the train,
in the dark
shadows
city.
shifted on the platform.
You should write that down.
The
That's really
writer's
cool.
cult waited for him there. The cult of the word. Occultists lean close. I carry his words close to my chest now. You're not allowed in the lake until he says otherwise.
So
He'd be caught,
who is
murdered.
he?
They got him. They didn't get him. He was reborn out of hate. He was there, but he was risen. Sent to find the light switch up from the lake that was not the lake.
I love this. Such good writing. Creepy old bastards. Alright. Did they want me to do this? Normally when shit goes down, they want you to kind of go to the clues and that. You don't always have to. But because you can just carry on, you know. But seems to be helpful if you get stuck. Yeah, here we go. See, words on the heart. Yeah, where is the heart? We did all that. Lovely. Yeah. Okay. Anything else? Cases. Alice Casey lunchbox. That's just collectibles. Cauldron Lake murders. Yeah, that was interesting for sure. We have these two who found. Yeah, case closed though. Okay, okay, if you say so. Yeah, the Bookers. But you see the way their picture is? Their picture is almost like twins, but they blend together. Like his left eye and her right eye blend together. Interesting. It could be an idea of someone else with multiple realities as well. Alright. It's so cool. Like, you have a traditional pause screen as well. Don't get it twisted, but you'll be spending a nice chunk of time in that little mind palace. And because there's no load screens or anything to it, it never feels annoying or intrusive or anything. It just feels like you're closing your eyes and you're having a good think about stuff. Yeah, there must be somewhere else to go here. So we're slowly getting to the point of moving over to Alan himself. He seems to have a really cool new light bulb. Where I saw that pretty much from Fortnite. I'm not gonna lie, it looks amazing. Spoilers. But yeah, with the light and dark, sometimes it's a literal thing, and most of the time it's like a mental thing. But you know, it had magical properties in the first game. Quick turn by pressing backwards twice. Okay, nice. That's a bit easier. Having control over my flashlight and that is just so nice. I wish Resident Evil would wake the fuck up. Love you, Resident Evil, but you're so fucking... What the shit, dude? Hello. That's new. I can use light to heal and to save, and apparently for stealth as well, which is new. Sorry, buddy. Oh, cool. I didn't know you could do that. Looks like we're fighting some doggies. Sorry, buddy.
The animals are turning into monsters.
So he would carry around this disembodied light switch, you know, if you've ever seen them in a hardware store. It was kind of funny. They just called it the clicker, you know, click on, click off. But it was used really, really well. Oh, look at this. Nice. So that's something that continues from the first game. Where you've got this, it's almost like black light. It doesn't exist outside of your torch, you see? It's really cool. Now, in the first game, that was used for secrets. We'll see where this goes.
A locked box.
Some kind of light
Is that the
switch.
cult of the tree symbol on it?
Okay, we don't have anything there. Alright, some kind of light on it. Nice. Nice. Okay. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. I'm liking what you're putting down. Yeah, it looks like the turrets are going to stay in as well. I'm really pissed about that. I actually think that, you know, every season has a bullshit item. Sometimes it's the Doku Smash and all that piss, you know. This season's has been the turrets. The fact that people can throw down two and then just kind of stand around while... There's this thing going on with Fortnite that's been happening over since I've started playing, and there's less people actually shooting, you know. They're using so many gadgets and gizmos and bullshit that nobody fucking shoots anymore. It's so strange. Okay. So yeah, between hiring AI and turrets and ice walls and... Like, damn, you can actually pick up the gun and shoot. One guy, what they do now is they use rocket launchers like shotguns. Super funny. Because I just blast them away when they try and do that. Alright, let's use this. Is this the stream sites? Oh, we got our first flare. Nice. The cult is watching.
Looks
yeah.
like they're tools of the trade.
We got more backpack space. Nice. I don't remember inventory management being a thing as much in the first game. So that's really cool. Definitely a little nod to Resident Evil. Okay, I think we're done there. That was just, I feel like that was like a little secret. I guess that was just with the key. Oh, actually, okay, cool. Our first flare as well. Flares are really good kind of get out of jail. You weren't there a second ago, buddy. They're really good wolves. Holy hell. Sorry, buddy. Damn, he takes a lot. Where to now? I think they were pointing on the map. Private cabin, Witch Fingers Station, good lord, and stream side. Yeah, they want us to go stream side. This game's gorgeous. Would you play the DLC for Resi 8? Which one is that one? Rose's thing? Is it Rose's thing?
There's something written here.
More
A poem?
shit. It's the same
Or
with
a
like
riddle.
Resident Evil 4's
Reminds me
DLC
of
as
the
well.
nursery rhymes I read to Logan when she was little.
Honestly, I'm really like iffy when it comes to DLC. I've always kind of said this. I just in this day and age, like barely getting 5 hours out of stuff, and if the goal to charge 30 or and sometimes it's just 10, which is not so bad, but it's still a lot. The issue is that I move on from games, you know, so I just generally don't have them on me anymore. But yeah, it takes a lot. Like probably do the Lies of P stuff. Actually, it's been on a while. Yeah, I couldn't be arsed really at this point. But they're talking about Resident Evil 9 now, which is cool. It'll probably be 2025, which is not that far away. But it's going to be like both a beginning and an ending. I'm going to finish off that trilogy.
A little clothespin doll.
Okay.
Perfect weird souvenir for Logan.
Logan is her daughter, even with a name like Logan. But also, I don't know, there's other little stories and stuff they're not quite telling us. I could look into it. It's just, at this point, you'd have to try and pick up the game again. That's where Game Pass and PS Plus comes in really helpful. We're like, okay. Yeah, like the Separate Ways DLC for 4 would be definitely nice. 1 bird for light, 2 for darkness, 3 birds for fight, 4 for struggle, 5 birds for injury. Okay. Crow doll. Some kind of puzzle. I don't understand it. Yeah. Yeah, it was something like we're doing last year, and then I was like, nah, fuck it. I think it was even kind of expensive, that one, was it? It's the same way I didn't really fuck around with, what was it, End of Zoe or whatever for 7. It really has to grab me for a DLC. I suppose what's wrong is you get so spoiled by, like, you know, Phantom Liberty from Cyberpunk and Blood and Wine from The Witcher, that anything below that, it's like, why the fuck am I bothering? But, you know, if it comes easier, you know, it's even like this year, there's a lot of games I wanted to play, and I'm just like, well, you know, everything else, it's been one of the most fucking expensive Octobers in the last 5 or so years. It's like, either you get everything else, or I can buy a few maybes, you know. I wish I had a better PC, because honestly, you could just experiment with games, and then if you had to just fucking return them, you know. Like, I really want to play that Don't Scream. You see that? That looks amazing. It's like a Blair Witch. It picks up your microphone. I don't know how that would work on stream, because OBS is a fucker. Like, if anything grabs your camera or your microphone, OBS freaks the shit out. It's like a spoiled child. Needs all the attention. I remember trying to use the Snapchat stuff, and it was like, how dare you? You dare take the camera from me? Okay, I have a little doll. That's not creepy or anything in there. So they've named half of this stuff after witches because of the Cauldron Lake, you know?
Another one of those rhymes.
Hero brave and strong left home to right or wrong. The woods came the wolves so greedy and hungry that ate and were found in the house without a host. The hero returned to find she'd lost the thing she loved the most. This is all a piss take on Logan. Yeah, dude, I really would love to. Honestly, if there was time, I'd play everything. I want to play that new RoboCop game as well. Is it something worth picking up yourself? What they usually do, but they can be very late with it, which is annoying, is they'll do like a deluxe edition or this or that, and it'll come with the DLC or put it on sale, but it's taking longer. Honestly, the sales take so long now that it's almost better off to wait for PS Plus or Game Pass, because they are out of control, both of those. They're great. So it's like, why bother for a sale when I can just wait for PS Plus? Half the people buy a game, right? Then it goes on Game Pass and they get fucked, or they end up trading it in. Okay, so we know there might be a wolf in here. For some reason, she's been petting all these deers. Did you get to play 8 yourself? I liked 8. People kind of shat on it a little bit because it was a bit too fantastical with the werewolves and the vampires. I'm like, where you been? Like, have you played a Resident Evil game? The whole thing is out of control. 7, I think, is just the best horror one we've had in years. The old ones don't really feel like horror anymore because graphics have moved on so much. Test sites. What the fuck? This is like a weird, I don't like this. This is some poltergeist shit. Are they filming things? Wolf doll. Hero doll. Okay, so we're gonna have to arrange these dolls according to the puzzle. But first, let's get spooked out. Yeah, this game has some interesting brightness and gamma filters, which I really appreciate, but works really well on my monitor, but I don't think OBS picks up half of that stuff. It's annoying as shit. I mess around with the filters so much. I just want you guys to be able to see stuff. So yeah, every Fright Fest is kind of like a, I don't know, it's trial and error every single year, and I like that, you know. But damn, I wish I could play half of these PC horror games, even though they're early access. I would like to fuck around with them. Okay, so let's read this rhyme. I think if you get it wrong, it sounds like they're gonna attack you with wolves. Thanks. Yeah, I would definitely be down for that. Here's the thing I've been noticing as well. If the games go on Game Pass or PS Plus, I'm actually more inclined to buy the DLC that way. Like the Lies of P DLC, absolutely. So like, fuck yeah, why not? That's what I did with Starfield. I ended up buying the entire package. So I was like, I'm getting it on Game Pass. The least I can do is that, you know? So that'll definitely... And then sometimes buying that stuff, like the deluxe editions, whatever, it kind of ties you into the DLC, so you do have a reason to come back, for sure. Okay. The hero, brave and strong, left home. So it should be on a little house, should it? To right or wrong. Wolf so greedy and hungry. He ate what he found in the house without a host. House without a host. She returned to find she'd lost the thing she loved the most. I wonder, there's another puzzle down there, you know. From the woods came the wolf. So you think that the wolf would be here? Hero left home. How would you know about left home? It's one of those, it sounds like one of those fucking logic puzzles from school, right? It's like if Jimmy had 5 apples and Jenny wanted 3 of them, how many would Jimmy still have left? He'd still have 5, just beat the shit out of Jenny. Ate what he found in the house. Hero. Nope.
Something feels different.
Yeah.
I should look around.
Did I
What
get it
is
right?
this?
Those are fucking wolf tracks in the house. Oh
Okay
dear.
then.
Oh dear. No, okay then. It's a fucking wolf. I wonder did I get it right or get it wrong. He ate what he found in the house. You're saying he ate the baby.
A charm.
Charms have
Cute.
various benefits.
It'll go great on the bracelet Logan made for me.
Okay, if you say so.
Huh.
How do you do this?
That was strange. Gotta keep an eye out for more of these rhymes.
Oh, here we go. Move. Gear, items. So how do you equip the charm then? As I said here, coffee mug saves you from death but shatters in the progress. That's cool. So it's like a one. Okay. Where's the wolf? Where's your ass? Come on, you know you're in here somewhere. We're also looking for a code for that computer. Looks like I can't do that again. Interesting. I'm not great with puzzles, I'll be honest with you. Especially on stream, I feel like...
We've reached the car, Anderson. How's it going down there?
I think I'm done here. I'll meet you at the parking lot.
I feel like on stream...
I've been thinking more about the cult of the tree.
All over the place.
What sort of cult refers to themselves as a cult?
In my experience, they don't.
It's not a bad point.
We're not seeing the full picture yet.
Maybe it's before Resident Evil 9 comes out, might be something to look into. Alright, let's see. 1 bird for light, 2 for darkness, 3 birds for a fight. 1 bird for light, 2 for darkness. So we can put the crow here, maybe? Oh.
I have a weird feeling something's changed.
Nice.
Another charm for my bracelet.
What's this one do? Attack stagger enemies more often. Yes, please. Okay, this is cool. I think you only get 1 chance at it. You see that? So there might be multiple ways of figuring that out. Getting it right, you know? Alright, so how do we get back to the car then? Damn it. Is there a shortcut back there? I don't think so. Looks like a dead end down by the stream. Down. You want me to walk all the way back? What's this locked screwdriver? I ain't got no goddamn screwdriver. Yeah, they could do with walking a bit faster. Yeah, Resident Evil 8 was super fun. Like, it's another one of those games where you actually watch and see the fandom. It goes viral and you watch and look at it. Most of them haven't actually played it. They're just dressing up as Lady Dimitrescu. And that's fine, it's whatever. Like, these publishers do not give a shiny fuck as long as something's going viral, you know? I get that for sure. There's lots of little secrets around. I'm always looking. But it also creates these featherware fans, as I call them. The TikTok fans. Everything, they go obsessive for that week and then forget it even exists. Hello there. You seem nice. So these little red holes are new. I think it's got to do with like a weakness or something. So it almost insta kills them once you hit that weakness. You enjoy that, you nasty bastard. Yeah, they're dying pretty easy. There is difficulties you can use as well. Yeah, these Easter egg stuff, I don't really get it.
Another one of those lunch boxes.
We get manuscript pages, which are actually skill points. I looked up the rippling water, the moonlight danced over each and every wave, and the surface of the lake calmed like a spectral surprise. He was here, his face smiling at me. Good lord. Good lord. Let's see, yeah, so we'll try and do like, times it now, like 2 hours this, or maybe 3, and we'll move on. I wanted to do House of Ashes as well. That seems to be everyone's favorite out of the dark pictures, and I got a couple of little indie horrors that might be fun, you know, like Tattletale. Trying to think what's like the viral game, horror game for this Halloween. I guess it's Don't Scream, huh? I don't hear anybody talking too much about anything else. Alright. Looks like we might be coming back here. Cool. You can go down here and then there's a shortcut. Oh. Yeah, there's a shortcut behind the original murder. I've noticed the light does change like that. That's the right way. I don't know why they make them. This is like me sprinting, by the way. What the fuck? Halloween, my dude. What is up, Pyro? How you doing? It'll be nice to kind of get back to normality and we can get some Fortnite. I want to keep doing 2 games a day though, because there's just so much. I love Metal Gear Solid and RoboCop and Modern Warfare 3. What's going on with this? This thing was open for a bit. Anybody in here? Ah. I don't get that. Wow, wow. This all feels like a dream. They've done a nice job. Don't even know if fucking Saga is real or not. Hopefully we'll bump into her last name, Anderson. A nod to Norse as well, but ironically enough, the old buggers from the first game, Thor and Odin, were also named Anderson. I don't know if they're relatives or what. Alright, cool. It's all the same. Dude, I get turned around pretty easy. Pretty good at finding my way and reading maps in real life. And in games, man, I get fucking completely turned around. Alright.
You ready to go?
Mr. Wake. I would not trust this guy at all. Yeah, let's get out of here. Can we go around the other way? Okay, cool. We have Alan Wake in our midst, in our custody.
We're taking you back
What?
to our field office in Bright Falls.
Is it really him?
You can freshen up there, and then we'll talk properly.
Feels like a Friday, but it's a weird Tuesday. Dua Lipa coming back with a song named
Mom,
Houdini.
before you say anything, I'm totally fine. Don't freak out. Dad shouldn't have even texted you.
I'll
Logan,
have to sue her.
no one texted me. What's going on?
I'm totally fine. I slipped, that's all. God, it's not the end of the world.
Alan woke, right? Exactly.
Okay. Dad, it's
My God,
fine.
I feel like wokeness is kind of wearing off on people.
Don't worry, hon. Logan slipped in the shower and bumped her head. She has a slight concussion, but I'm keeping an eye on her.
Jesus.
Lucky I heard her fall. She could have drowned.
Uh-oh.
Jesus, David. Why didn't you call?
I tried. It didn't go through. She's fine, really. But what about you? You sound stressed.
No, it's, just weird case, that's all.
Well, if you need a hint, my years of board game victories tell me Colonel Mustard did it.
I'll keep an eye out for him. Love you, Dave.
Love you too, honey. Want to say bye to Logan?
Just tell her I love her. Bye for now.
Yeah, something sounds odd about those calls. Yeah, so there's a lot of weird shit going on. There's this game that I saw a good while ago, and it's come out. It's called Quantum Error. It's a real stupid name. Oh, look at these two. He's wearing his old American Nightmare shirt, the black and white plaid. But yeah, Quantum Error. It's actually about a futuristic firefighter. At least it looks futuristic. He's wearing a normal firefighter suit. There's guns and miniguns and stuff. But that's not even the bad part. It's made by like 4 or so people. I really want to play it. It's one of those so
Is there
bad.
anyone you'd like us to
It's
reach
good.
out to, Mr. Wake?
But the idiots decided
You've been gone a
to
long time.
pitch
No.
the console warriors against each other, Xbox versus
They'd be in danger.
PlayStation. And now it's backfired on them. It's getting 4 out of 10.
Okay, let's talk
Fucking
about something
idiots.
else. Robert Nightingale.
Fuck
Do you know
around
him?
and find
You were
out.
both here in 2010.
The Dark Presence got him back then. That's the last time I saw him. 13 years.
God, you won't even look them in the eye.
Fuck me.
Tell us about the pages. You had what looks like a title page with you.
The return. Yes.
Is this the name of the story on these pages? The writer's name has been scratched out pretty violently.
It was
But your name
personal.
can still be made out underneath.
The name Anderson has been the same since the Matrix dropped.
Scratched out. Yeah. Scratch.
Scratch. Mr. Scratch.
Did you write these pages, Mr. Wake?
I'm trying to remember. It's a crazy jumble, like a nightmare. It doesn't make sense.
Careful. What was that, flashback? It's a piss puddle, man. Calm down. Ooh. Maybe it is him if you're getting flashbacks. Jesus. It's like being inside the Twister. Back down into the dark place. In between with Mr. Dover.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Welcome, welcome. We have a great show for you here tonight. Alan Wake is here. Alan Wake, one of my all-time favorite writers and
Creepy. What's going on in a talk show?
He's here to talk about his latest book. Oh!
They love messing live action. Late Night. Initiation 1.
Fuck. Was I on a talk show tonight? Waking up in places with no memory of how
There's
I
the
got
old
there.
gods of Asgard.
It was out of control.
Oh, that's
I
creepy.
didn't need another mugshot in the fucking tabloids.
Look at it.
Had
All
I
of it's
already
already
done the
happened
show?
already.
Was that a recording?
A hard-boiled diet. It's a nod to Max Payne. Here we have Thor and Odin. Anderson. You guys doing many fireworks or anything? Anything else in here?
I felt a strange pull toward the TV.
Of course you did. You're about to go inside it, bitch. Damn. Now it's live action. They did such a good job with this. The guy who plays Alan Wake has been pretty much friends with Sam Lake and everyone at Remedy for a long time. No problem coming back, doing voicing. Hi, how's it going? Hello.
Alan! Good to see you, Alan. Great to see you. Welcome back to the show. Come on, sit down, sit down, sit down. Woo! Oh, man. It is so good to see you, Alan. This must be an exciting time for you. Tell me, does it ever get old?
Sorry, does what get old?
Publishing a new book. Are you okay there, my friend? You look like you've been cooped up in the writer's room for a few too many years.
Literally.
This is exactly how I feel.
You know, I've waited so long to get my hands on the sequel to Departure. You left us on quite the cliffhanger. We've all been dying to know what it's not a lake, it's an ocean.
You and me both.
Well, our wait is
What a
over.
great nod to the
Your
fact
new
that it took
book,
13 years to get the game.
Initiation, hits the shelves tomorrow.
It's like, I didn't even write that.
That's exactly what every reader will be asking. This book is mind-bending. It's so cerebral. I mean, how would you describe it? An auto-fictional thought experiment? A horror story? A postmodern detective story?
Wait. This isn't right. I haven't written anything.
Ghost Rider.
He's so humble.
Was it a YouTuber book?
Okay, you got me. Good prank. Very funny. But yeah, sad to say, I've not written this. I'd remember if I'd written a book, right?
Or maybe it was written by your evil double.
Exactly. It's just scratch.
Well played, man.
I finished Spider-Man 2. Nice, dude. How far in am I? Am I like halfway?
That's very meta indeed. You see, Initiation tells
Jared
the story
Leto?
of a fictional
I
writer
suppose so.
named Alan Wake,
The long hair,
who
is it?
trapped in a nightmare.
Fuck Jared Leto.
Desperately
He looks like
trying to
Jake
find the
Gyllenhaal
manuscript
and
of the novel
Millenhall.
he has forgotten, he has written.
I'd kick the shit out of Jared Leto if I had a chance.
Might not be New York at all. He is tormented by his dark doppelganger and guided by visions of a fictional detective he has written. That's right, Alex Casey.
Looks like he
is
just
in
peed
this
his
book as
pants.
well.
I guess we'll just keep doing this the whole show. The joke's on me.
But isn't that what you sign up for with autofiction? No, but seriously, I found the structure of the reality you build in the book fascinating. It reminded me of The Matrix. I mean, the writer is physically in his writer's room, trapped there, and he projects himself out to this dark dream of New York through the story he is writing. Like astral projection. Did I get that right?
Yeah, that's exactly right. Go on. I should be taking notes here. This is great stuff.
The Mr. Door stuff
Enough to
is
that
interesting.
Other Alan Wake in that room writing this as we speak?
In control, maybe, with the doors.
Are we all in your story, Alan?
Uh-oh.
Wow. No, I wish you every success with your new book, Alan. I hope
Oh
it's a
Dear
success
Diner,
as your
always coming back to us.
best-selling Alex Casey series. Initiation hits the shelves tomorrow. After this, I'm sure we'll all be eagerly awaiting the culmination of this hero's journey trilogy of yours. A book called Return, perhaps. Man, thank you for one of the strangest interviews of my entire career, Alan.
They had these ideas going back even to Quantum Break. These little nods to Return and Initiation. Nice. Yeah, the live action stuff might seem a bit off-putting, but they've actually been delving with that since Max Payne, since their first game. They used to do these comic book styled strips for the cutscenes, but they were live action, you know.
I'm losing it.
And then
Something's not right here.
Quantum Break had
I needed to get
an
home.
entire
To
show.
Alice.
To Alice. Okay, good. No, the poor bastard, you're trapped, dude. You did the hero's sacrifice, but now you're trapped in the dark place. That's why everyone's got a weird, like, water sheen to it. He's down in that cauldron lake that's not a lake. I follow suit with you and return it. They're offering 40 in-store credit, which is better than nothing. But damn, they are thugs probably going to buy my copy back on shelves for yeah, they will. It's the only way, you know. We don't have GameStop, so they don't do that. But yeah, the most I used to get was like 50 for them. That was just before they turned to 80 euro. But yeah, what can you do? What can you do? It's up to you. It's one of those things where it's like, you know there's going to be DLC and that, but at the rate way Insomniac works, we're liable to get Wolverine within a year or two, and then so on. And I'm kind of hoping that this nonsense going on at Sony secretly moves into pushing away from multiplayer. So
What the hell was that interview?
we'll see.
Some kind of joke? Initiation? I never wrote a book called Initiation. This felt like a bad dream. Could make a good horror story.
Careful. I'm okay with multiplayer games, but what is wrong with what we were doing in the 2000s and 2010s where you would have a full single player game with a multiplayer mode? I ain't paying 60, 80 euro for a multiplayer game. I'm just not, especially when half of the good ones are all fucking free. That's right, take that, Door. You didn't expect that, did you? Mr. Door. I think that actor might have played another character. Might have played the director of, what would they call the oh, I can't remember their name now. This type of
Old
FBI
Gods of Asgard.
in
That name
control.
sounded familiar.
665, the neighbor of the beast. Nice. Yeah, some people reckon that it's either 999 that's closer to the number of the beast. But 666 has just been such a fucking... It's almost taken off in the horror side of things. It's Mr. Door's
I was a
dressing room.
mess. I'd never heard of this talk show or Mr. Door before. None of it felt right. Was I losing my mind?
Interpretation, many worlds. Casper Darling. So this is actually the Alan Wake actor, how he looked in Control, which is pretty cool. And these were like live action seminar pieces where he was trying to explain the incredible nature of the parallel universes of Control. It was really cool. Yeah, he let his hair grow since then. My goodness. But yeah, he's a great actor, I think. I think he's Finnish as well, I believe. He's a big friend of Remedy. He's done lots of little lots of little cool things. They never had like a nod to Satan or anything. The Dark Presence has always just been that and that alone, you know. It was evil.
There was something here. A broken transmission I couldn't quite make out. What was that? A message?
Yeah.
Impossible to say.
I like the idea of astral projection. I think it's closer to like being trapped in a coma of the mind kind of thing. But I like that idea, because with the astral projection, it also means the dark side. Mr. Scratch, his doppelganger, is able to move out there too. Isn't the fucking details like unbelievable? As close as you're gonna get to CGI in a video game. Oh shit.
There was something in the studio with me. I had to get out.
Jesus. Time to go.
This is the ritual to lead you on.
Yeah. Send him back to his cabin. What I love about this cabin is those fucking windows always look like
from
owls.
Nightmare, I felt like a drowning man gasping for air.
No idea what's going on with Alan on this. You just beat Lizard, yeah, you still got a fair bit to go. Okay, cool.
About writing here for countless days.
Talk show host so well that somehow asks a lot of questions. Yeah. DLC might be worth keeping it. I know, I don't know what they'll do. Will they go, you know, The City Never Sleeps? That was like a decent DLC, but completely okay to be missable, you know? Nice to get Black Cat in there, but didn't move the story forward at all.
On the index cards, the nightmare that just happened to me. A summary of the story so far.
It was like split into three when it could have just been one thing, you know?
Warnings.
666 came from. It's just one of them old.
I couldn't remember what it all meant.
Old things.
The name Scratch filled me with dread.
Mm-hmm.
I could trust these words. I had to act on them.
Looks like this is his own mind palace.
To escape.
Right to escape. I love that. Plot. That's so cool. So her mind palace as the detective is his fucking writer's mind, his creative block. So Barbara trapped him in here. At the end, basically, you know, spoilers or whatever, it's still worth playing, but at the end he kind of dives down there. He finds a way to survive, but gets his wife. She's like basically almost pushed out of the lake, you know, doesn't drown, but he is trapped down here in the cabin, but the cabin doesn't exist, you know, with Barbara behind him.
I had to write
and
more.
Barbara Yeager was the last person touched by the darkness. It just uses people like vessels, just like it's using Alan right now. She's just a creepy old lady, but she was a nice person at one time. Yeah, fucking creepy old hag. That's kind of where the witch stuff came from too. Alright, let's see what we're going on here. So we got a draft one for initiation. It's so wild because on one of the boards back in Quantum Break, we're talking 10 years ago, they already had outlined a lot of this stuff. All of their games was, you know, those little Easter eggs for other stuff, and it's fucking great like that. I love it. Like, they're doing their own little universe without ever hamming it up like where we got with Marvel. Marvel had such a good thing going and just could not contain it anymore. Just wanked it up. Talk show. Okay, this is everything we know so far. Everything's all like waterlogged and water damaged paper because we're technically down in the lake, but not really. Think of it as just like a little portal down there. You know, if you want to, it does handle the paranormal. I like that the FBI are in on it now as well, but they also could be all fucking made up. It fucks with your mind. It doesn't go as far as the cheesy, like, it's all a dream or whatever. Like, it really does try and it's tried to do that in funny ways, like, oh, he's secretly in a mental hospital, like a lot of games have done, like The Darkness and all that. But it's not like that. Like, it's a real thing. It just, I think where it all stemmed from is, you know, they obviously are big fans of Stephen King and Twin Peaks, and you get a little meta with those kind of stories, but also the idea of whoever was writing the story probably had creators block themselves, you know. Then it probably stemmed from that, you know, where it's like, what if creators block and the light of dark of humanity, and, you know, man just fighting over that evil within himself? Maybe we'll turn that into a story. Yeah, and the chapters of the first game was split up into like chapters of a book. It was an epilogue, and then at the end was like a DLC as well, which is pretty fun. I like it. It kind of pokes fun at the idea of writing stories as well, in a good way. Everything Door had said. It's just funny it's called Mr. Door as well. A door to what? A dark place trapped, he must write to escape. So yeah, he freed his wife, but got stuck down in the dark place, which seems to be a fictional version of New York, which he lived during a good portion of the first game as well. And Alice. Alice! Who the fuck is Alice? Okay. Let's see, can we start writing? Does this work as a save? How did he use the old typewriter? So everything he writes down here becomes real, and Saga has found it.
I didn't remember much, but I knew my thoughts and ideas could manifest as reality in this dark place. I'd use my writing to project myself out of this room.
Cool.
Like a deep sea diver to go deeper and explore the depths of this prison for a way out.
A deep sea diver,
this
huh?
was my boat. Writing was my lifeline. I would start again at the talk show.
The fact that he mentioned a deep sea diver is very telling. That looks nice.
Thank you. Oh, you're too kind.
You can hear people screaming.
We have a great show for you here tonight. We'll treat all you Alex Casey fans out there. Alex Casey himself is
The deep sea diver part is a callback to one of the first who got taken in by the dark, Thomas Zane. He was a poet. You kind of visit Alan in the first game as a deep sea diver, but he looked like fucking Big Daddy, you know, in those old deep sea stuff. Alright, so we gotta try and break this loop. And try and project ourselves out. I like that idea. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. Yeah, so it's up to you with the DLC. I'd say, like, we're probably gonna get a Venom
Welcome back to the show.
game.
So,
Oh, now he's got Alan Casey.
as the
Alex
creator of
Casey,
the
Sam
character, how do you
Blake
feel
right
about
on the
this?
fucking couch now. Maybe he can help.
Sorry, what?
I know it can be an awkward question with the man sitting right
They
next
never
to
actually
you.
let you
How
run
do you
DLC
feel
without
about
the
him in
actual
role
game,
of
I
Casey?
know.
Does he look the part to you?
There's the Max Payne face he almost does.
He looks exactly like I always imagined Casey to be. It's uncanny.
Thank you. That means so much to me. I'm a huge fan of your books.
So, what's the problem, Alan? Because on more than one occasion, you voiced your reservations about the adaptations.
It's not that. They're their own thing.
A writer
They've
being
gone
trapped
with
inside of
choices
his
that are
own
different
books.
from mine.
When he first started doing this, Sam, like, I thought it was an ego boost, but as time has gone on, it's merely just
I don't know.
like
guess
the glue that holds
wish
it
I
all
could have
together.
been more involved
I don't
in
see it as a. He's not a
Well,
ego-driven
In
person.
that case, you won't have seen this either. We have a clip from the new film Murder Case Casey. Should we roll it, or do you want to say
Naughty
something
Bear
first,
Skins
Sam?
is added to DVD. Really? It's so random.
Just roll it.
That game is ancient. Naughty Bear, holy shit, I haven't had that. Yeah. I can't just right away out like, yeah.
This city was an old scar that
You're
refused
dead. That's what he's trying to do, but he has to be smart about it.
Fester. It needed the sun, but there was only the night.
Because if the darkness finds out he's doing that, it'll just
Insomnia covered
trap
me
him
with
down deeper.
plastic film. I was watching the world through a rain-slick window.
I think that's why he's
Lone reflection
using Saga.
haunting the view.
The end.
I was trying to track down a missing writer. My only clue was a table lamp shaped like an angel. The only thing to shed light on this sordid mystery.
A table lamp like an angel is his light source.
That's great.
I love his face the whole time. He's just
Great
like,
job,
huh?
Sam. Very
Tripping
exciting
balls.
and very meta. I'm looking forward to seeing more.
Wait, stop. What was that about a writer? About a lamp?
Yeah, in the first game he was doing a book tour, and he fucking hated it and turned into a shitbag. Because most writers are, you know, a little bit up their own arse because they're creatives. How can you expect anything more, you know? You'd be sick of signing people. You ever seen these pictures of famous people signing posters and they just literally mentally check out when they do it? Like there was one of, I think it was John Cena or somebody. He's not even looking at the page. And I'll tell you the reason for that. Yeah, it's kind of becomes annoying. Oh, here we go. 6, 5, 5, 6, 5. Alright. But the other reason is people are gobshites these days. Like, they're actual scumbags that just sell everything on eBay. Nothing has personal value anymore. Pieces of shit. Everyone's become as bad as paparazzis now, between not actually watching shows, just fucking, what was it, 565 or what was it? Just fucking annoys the shit out of me. And they don't know any better because they're just, as you said, sheep without a shepherd. Dumbasses. Everything has to have monetary gain for them and clout gain. Ooh, I thought I saw Saga for a second there. That was creepy. Now, keep an eye out for our old janitor friend. There's a janitor with a lovely Finnish accent who first appeared in Control, actually. I was hoping he'd show up somewhere else, but he's great. And he's kind of like our god figure, if you want to call it that. He's a interdimensional figure who kind of guides us, keeps us safe, and he's just a lowly janitor. He's a good guy. Oh, we never got further. Alright. Nice. Yeah, this looks awesome.
Hello?
Clearly using the same technology as Control. Oh! I fucking speak of the devil! Speak of the devil. Some say they write it and it happens. Some say I say it and it happens. Hello!
Ah, Lorraine! There you are, Tom.
Tom.
Oh,
He called him Tom, you hear
so
that?
much evil that not a
Thomas
bit of
Zane.
good as well. Not one
Thomas
without
Zane is
the
probably a play on Insane as well, the way Alan Wake is a play on Awake. Yeah, so this guy's from Control, but like I said, he's an interdimensional god character. That's what I like to call him. A sort of a good guy in all this dark place. In Control, he helps you by literally sending you to the Overlook Hotel, which is a doors of doors, you know. Every door leads to another dimension. And even on those doors, we could tell one of them led to Alan Wake's world. So it's cool. You know, maybe down the line we may have a situation where they'll all join together. But there was a little DLC in Control with the AEW, which meant Altered World event. But we know that it secretly also meant an Alan Wake event. And this was them trying to build up to this, because people were screaming for a long time for Alan Wake to come back.
I can't seem to find my way out of here. Can
People
you
on
point me
Facebook
to the
selling
exit?
empty bottles, yeah.
Of course.
That sell their grandma's
The world
used
will
diaper if it
instruct
got
its
money.
maker. I was gonna get something from the basement for you, but you can get it yourself now. The more cooks, the worse the soup.
What? The more cooks, worse the soup? Have we met?
Have we met before?
I think you have.
Are you trapped in the dark place too?
You remember Ahti, the janitor?
Mistera.
You can't be lost if you don't worry about where you are headed. So don't worry, Tom. The sun will shine even into a heap of twigs. Just remember to turn on the lights. It won't take long when you get to work.
What do you want me to get from the basement? And my name's Alan, not Tom.
Ja, mutta katsoppa, a man, but a man with a tool makes two, Tom. Eikö niin? And a man with a tool can build his own exit.
Jeez, he looks insane. Like, Control already looks great, but this is creepy good.
Safe as in the Lord's purse. Here's the key.
Thank you, buddy. He's calling him Tom because of Thomas Zane. He probably helped Thomas as well. But one weird thing about Thomas Zane is we never got to see his face. He was always floating in a giant old-fashioned diving suit like a Big Daddy. But he almost appeared angelic, you know, this giant light. But he's floating as if he was underwater, which, you know, he was because of the fucking dark place.
I've been trying to find a way to escape the dark place. Any suggestions?
He who mouths about his troubles is the prisoner of his troubles.
True.
It's
There's
not
extra,
easy
good
to
old
get
extra
out.
Emily.
But don't you worry, Tom. The home
She's
is
definitely
still
been
there where the
rising
heart
up
is.
the last couple of years. Good on her.
I often think about it when I mop the floor and look into the puddle.
Oh.
Water is the memory of the world. Water finds its way.
He's telling us some
The
interesting
janitor was a
stuff.
bit out there, but still a friendly face. I had to trust the basement would get me out of here.
Yeah, everybody thinks they're freaks, but they end up being more knowledgeable. But yeah, extra Emily. God bless her. I'm still waiting for her to kind of pop, you know what I mean? That's what I'm waiting for. I think she's gonna have this, like, mask slip. She said it a couple of times, and it'll be fucking beautiful when it happens. Because she has this lovely persona where she's uber nice, and now you're stuck in here with me. But I secretly think that she's just like all of us, you know, the shit she hates. But she's found her way pretty high up the ranks, even getting a little too friendly with the Twitch CEO. I always am weirded about that kind of stuff. Because anybody, you know. Because obviously you got like favoritism happening. More importantly, you're like, what's the means to an end? Oh, they actually got someone live action to play him. It's the first time. It's not a bad job, I suppose. Looks okay. Alan badly needs some fucking... Hey, thank you. Dude, this is like Control. You don't want those maps back, are we right? Good lord. They've never been... Oh, back here. They've never been like bad with maps, but Control really did. They thought signage would be the way to go, and it was not, you know. Kicks open door, I'm back. Hello, hello. Who's back? Who are you? Basement key. That doesn't seem creepy or anything. Why is it always in the basement? Then again, the attic's not much better. Yeah, I wish nothing but the best, but I think Twitch will eventually chew up and spit it out like everyone else. They do this. It is the way. People, yeah, are people really selling empty bottles, dude? And more importantly, is people buying them? Where's the value in it? Are they repackaging it, filling it up with ginger ale and piss? I wouldn't be surprised. What's this? I see a light bulb. Yes, we must go this way. Stay in the light, Mr. Wake. Mr. Scratch. Alright. Keep going through. I spent too long. We're not really there yet. We gotta get... Oh.
An old lamp in a shoebox.
Look at this. It's so
Was this
cute.
what the janitor had left for me?
Yep. This is our tool. It's funny, it's a Fortnite, fucking... whatever it's called. Look, the wire's gone out of it.
Significant. A tool for bringing light to the darkness.
Yeah. This angel must be important. In the past, it was just flashlights. Oh, he's got a magical bag now all of a sudden, too, huh? You have your
felt
flashlight.
a magnetic pull between the lamp and the light
Use
overhead.
the angel lamp to move lights and create a way forward. Cool. What the fuck?
When the light jumped into my lamp, the whole room changed.
Wow.
Like something in a dream.
I do it again?
Way forward. The lamp was humming.
Dude.
The bulb glowed.
It's like
It
instantaneous.
held the light now.
Nice. Oh my god, they are so slick. Dude, this is gonna open up so many puzzles. Or can I just change whenever I want? No, the only when there's light. Okay, I get that. So maybe like the next light. That's how you go forward, is it? In the darkness you must wait. Okay.
I felt another surge from the lamp. I guess the glow in the lamp
Hey,
went out, shifting the light in the room.
Can't believe that's
The light
instantaneous as
carved out
well.
something new from the darkness.
Reminds me of Ratchet and Clank's riffs and stuff like that. That is fucking slickness. And then again. Dude. I'm just gonna be using this all the time. Alright, buddy, you got to that door somehow. Literally, that's something new. They didn't do that in the first game. Holy shit. We had the clicker, but it was usually meant like as a story device, you know? Alright, I'm in your basement. Oh, look at this. We can kind of fuck with shit, can we? Ooh, this is how you're gonna find secrets. I just know it. He desperately needs a flashlight, though. Oh. There's always a way forward. Always a way. I wish I was kidding, right? Cyber, it's good to see your beautiful face, you glorious bastard. Oh, Jude, how's it going? Hello. I haven't heard that name in a while. How you doing, sir? How's life been treating you? The Game & Watch, man. You still using your Game & Watch? No charges. Looks like we have to come back here with the light. Can we use this one? No, that seems to be very specific lights that we can use. Yeah, I honestly at that point, dude, I don't know who's stupider, like the people buying the empty bottles or the people selling it.
I needed to find another way out.
Yeah, some of the fucking current TikTok trends are just fucking weird, man. It's walking up beating the shit out of streamers. Don't get it twisted, man. There's a few streamers out there I'd love to beat the shit out of. But, you know, let's be actual human beings about it instead of uncaged fucking animals. Alright, this maybe it'll work now because we have the charge. You know? It's just gonna help with the TV. Nothing creepy about TVs, right? Oh, he's back. He's wearing his old stuff, look. The old tweed jacket and the hoodie.
I have to remember the clicker.
Yeah, I think that's the real Alan.
Switch. I lost it.
He's stuck down there 13 years.
The lamp the switch was cut from. This place is a nightmare. Not real and yet more real than anything.
Makes sense why his hair grew as well.
Real. It feeds off my mind. Twisting whatever it takes into psychotic reality. I'm trapped here. I write to escape.
We're all trapped here.
I've tried this many times, written countless stories, forgotten how many. I keep failing, but I must.
How you been? How was life treating you? Huh?
I use the story to dive deeper. Every word I write is a step forward on this.
You doing anything nice for Halloween?
I dive to the bottom to find
Headbangers game looks silly. Yeah.
Let's combine to form a door leading out. But how do you open a door that's not a door? At the bottom of an ocean, it's not an ocean. And a lake, that's not a lake.
It's an ocean. Yeah, I actually think that the Alan we're playing as may not actually be him. Now where to? Back to Saga? Back to Alan? Yeah, we're still... Oh, nice. Poe, okay, so... that's a nod to Poets of the Fall, I'd say. Which are a really cool band. They're called the Old Gods of Asgard in the game. It's a real band that kind of got attached to Remedy ever since Max Payne. And they've been doing music since then. Let's grab a quick save. Nice, just a little cup of Java. Yeah, the collector's editions for the old games. It was a coffee thermos shoebox. What's that? Shoebox can store your items. Nice. We ain't got shit though. Alright, looks like we're somewhere else entirely. Brand new place. Oh yes. Welcome, my friends, to the dark place. A fictional New York City.
Somehow I
God damn, look at this game right now. Sheesh. Mr. Door. The door in between the door in between the door. Look at the neon, holy shit. God, this looks incredible. I gotta be careful. We can't fight yet, right? Hello?
Fuck. Okay, don't mind me, just passing through. Shadows stirred like there was someone there, but there was no one. I wanted
God,
to keep
this
it
looks insane. This is one of the best looking games I've ever seen. Wow. If only every game could be made by Remedy. Mr. Door. He's literally... And there's Night Springs, the fictional Twin Peaks show. Closed Case, that's another one of Alan's. Everything's just a nod to the other games, and it's wonderful. Hello, Mom? Yeah, I did change my underpants. God, Mom! What do you mean, wash behind my ears?
Hello?
Alan Wake?
Yes.
Do you know who I am?
Are you God?
No. Who is this?
We'll get to that later. There are spies all over. Shadows.
I am you, and we are he, and we are everybody.
Over me. Had I had this conversation before?
Alan, listen to me carefully. Caldera Street Station. The
Jesus,
subway.
this game.
You need to go
Just waiting for Alan to hit the gritty,
I'll
right?
call you again later. Make sure to pick up.
Did you make a new account, Jude? Did you lose your old account?
I know you from somewhere.
You've just forgotten again. We're in this together. Don't worry. I got you now. We've been working great.
I'm losing you. Hello? Hello?
You still play Guns, Gore, and Cannoli? Subway Pass. All the cigarette butts. We'll never be through with them, no matter how much vaping takes off. It got really eerie, like, during the end of COVID. There was just masks on the ground everywhere littered, you know? I always said to myself, for every mask on the ground was another dead person to COVID. And yes, that's morbid as fuck, but sometimes you gotta kind of laugh to yourself about these fucking tragic events. Casey, initiation to... yes. Now this part reminds me of Evil Within. Like, obviously this is way nicer.
Caldera Street Station.
Evil Within 2.
I had to go there.
But that game had a lot going for it. I really hope we get Evil Within 3 in the future. It's like Silent Hill meets Resident Evil, and this looks amazing. I never thought in my wildest dreams. I'm so happy. Like, Alan Wake 1, it holds up story-wise, but graphically and open world area kind of is not there, you know. It's very linear, but it's just wonderful for what it is. This feels like what you actually do with a motherfucking sequel, you know what I mean? Like that Assassin's Creed 1 to 2, that massive leap in fidelity, storytelling, gameplay, everything. It's right here. This is a true next-gen horror game. We won't see this again until we ever get Silent Hills or Silent Hill 2 remake or something. No one does it like Remedy. Nobody. They are up there with Insomniac. They're up there with Obsidian. Just non-stop quality, game after game. No bullshit. They treat their developers properly. They're good people. Alright, now we get to fuck around in the dark place. So yeah, fictional New York City, of course. This is all inside Alan's mind. This is his way of trying to write himself out.
The Caldera Street Station sign was there, but the
Damn!
entrance was missing.
Thank you, Jude. I appreciate that.
I had to make it appear.
I like that name.
Use the lamp to reveal the station entrance.
It's like Judy. Judy.
The lamp was dead in my hand. I needed to find a light for it.
What are you up to these days yourself now? You're probably like in your 20s, are you? No, it's probably like 19, 18, 19. And games have gotten my attention. Nice. Near long become my uncle again. Finally got my hands on a Series X. 90 hours on the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's always hard to know what kind of game would grab you. If you'd have told me it was the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, I wouldn't have believed you. Did you like Dead by Daylight at all? It's a good game. Texas Chainsaw Massacre is a great game. I played some of it. Unfortunately, it got absolutely rip-roared through thanks to cheaters and that, but they've sort of solved that. Both Xbox and PlayStation, Nintendo are sort of working out a way to remove third-party peripherals, which, you know, it's horrible because we want people to be able to use their accessibility stuff. But the reason they're trying to combat this is because of the amount of hacking stuff. Undiscovered map. Okay, so we need to find the map. Neighborhood illumination. The game is teaching us where to go. Let's just listen to it, huh? Stop fucking around and listen to it. You lost her. Look, everything is the dark place pissing all over Alan Wake. Figuratively and literally sometimes. That's not rain coming down.
At the end of the alley ahead.
Look, Alan Wake event. Altered World event. Fucking cool, man. So cool. Look at this. Find Alice. Wow. So cool. Return Scratch. Ooh. Mr. Scratch is fucking with us. Initiation. Cult of the Word. Everything is pertaining to the entire game. This is so fucking cool, man. This is everything I've ever wanted. Look at the two triangles.
Page.
What the hell?
Alex Casey. But is it really him? Ooh, he's wearing the Max Payne suit, man.
We met at
the tie.
Alan Wake, the writer.
So cool.
I'm Alex Casey.
Right side's I'm getting better. Nice. Depression biting your ass. Yeah, Jesus. We've all trying to get past the post-COVID depression.
Manuscript of a novel. You wouldn't know anything about it?
90 hours. Goddamn.
I need to see it.
Who's here and who's gone? I think most people are still here. Very lucky like that. A lot of people are just giving up on streaming too, and that's understandable. I don't go. I don't leave. You can't stop me.
How far would he go to create him?
perfect work of
You in college? Are you working? What are you up to?
next victim.
People hates people named Jude Robson. Do they? Why do they hate?
Stay here.
No, wait! I need a gun!
No chance.
Max Payne 3 was a cracking game. It doesn't get enough love, but it was far removed from 1 and 2. Well, that's him gone. Dude, he looks like he's made out of Play-Doh. We need a weapon. And fast. So if they are remaking 1 and 2, I'd like to see them remake 3. And give it a bit more depth and darkness.
I remember dying in this alley in a dream I had. He was just gonna keep killing me.
Jesus, they've literally killed Alan Wake and then killed off fucking Max Payne. They're killing off all their characters.
You know shit.
I'm sorry, buddy.
You don't really wanna know. You're gonna get what's coming to you.
Now this is more him killing Alex Casey. But this might be a nod to Remedy wanting to kill off Max Payne because they sold him to Rockstar.
I needed his gun and flashlight to protect myself.
Sorry, buddy. It's a weird story. Remedy needed money, and Rockstar needed something else, you know.
This was an echo of the books I had written for years.
So instead of selling
Picking up
the
Casey's
entire
gun felt like I was
Remedy,
assuming
they just
the role
sold
of
an
a
IP.
detective.
It doesn't happen very often. It does not happen very often. Alright, we got our first gun. Nice. It seems we can use these as like save points, right? And help. But if we remove them, it's no longer
I had a light now.
a save point.
I needed to get back to the
And
subway
he's gone.
station entrance.
Just like that. See, we removed the light because we need it, but it also teleports the world. Watch, see? It's fucking cool as shit, and now he's back. 2 universes. God, this game is slick as hell. It's just instantaneous. Not a single drop of a frame rate or anything. Oh man, this feels like a little horror event. You lost her. Yeah, Cult of the Word. What is the word? Always follow the yellow light. It's cool that you're doing well, though. Oh, shit.
With the alley in darkness now, restless shadows block my way.
Mm-hmm. We don't want to go down there. That probably is death. Wake. Even though, like, you know, awake and all that, it's like a play on words. They never did that thing. It's like not like he's in a dream or, you know, shit. We're in a loop, man. 3 doesn't need a remake. Yeah, it's already perfect. I don't know, man. Once he goes off to like California, or was it Brazil or whatever, and he shaves his head, it kind of loses it. It becomes this kind of Narcos shooter, and it's great. But it's not Max Payne anymore. It's fucking John Travolta. John Travolta Narcos. The start of it is great though, but yeah, it's far removed. It's kind of like a lot of Rockstar games that came out that time. It was them pushing their influence on it. Mostly it was for the better, like with LA Noire and that, you know. But that's all a shadow of what fucking Rockstar is now, you know. They can't put out a game to fucking save their ass. It drives me nuts. Some of these won't attack us, but some of them will. I want to go home, he says, huh? Me too, man. Oh, fuck. Jesus. I love Max Payne. Oh, that's fucking creepy. You almost look Junji Ito. You want some of this, fucker? Huh? Come on, bitch. Jesus. Damn. He said no. Ew, look at that murder. So you press R1 to like blast a flashlight on him, and it's supposed to kind of trigger them. But he said no, he didn't give a fuck. Wonder where he meant to die there. I don't think so. Mommy. What makes them come into life? So yeah, I like that they wanted to go away from New York. There's a good way of doing it and a bad way. Oh! How the hell do you know? That's fucking spooky shit.
The shadows faded out until they didn't.
Until they didn't, see?
They tried to stop me. With the gun and flashlight, I could fight back.
Oh, looks like the Poltergeist is back as well. Nice. What kind of movies are you guys gonna watch for Halloween? Very nice looking game. Hell yeah. Yeah, Texas Chainsaw Massacre is cool. I just worry about those games because Evil Dead was amazing and, you know, nobody fucking played it. And they're dropping all these games. We got like Killer Clowns Matter Space game coming out. You had the Ghostbusters Spirits Unleashed. There's even a Dragon Ball Z one. And it's just, they're all jumping on the Dead by Daylight or Phasmophobia train. And I swear to God, it is boring as shit. Oh, nice. Now we can go down to the subway. Wonder where else we can look as well. I'm still kind of learning. Let me see the subway. Yeah. Don't write. Oh, it's trying to tell him not to write his way out of here. Cult of the word. God damn, this game is purdy.
I needed to find another light to go deeper inside.
That's what she said. I don't want to see Mr. Scratch. It's like staring at the fucking psychopath within. What we got here? Thanks, buddy. Nice. I like that he's using the old revolver too. So we have to find the light. We can't remove it from here, or else the subway station is gone. It's very clever. Yeah. A lot of game developers suck nowadays. They do. It's gone to hell. Yeah, James McCaffrey. Yeah, exactly. And then, like, you've got Sam Lake in there who did the face. It's wonderful. And they're remaking 1 and 2 as one complete package, but it's for Rockstar, so it's kind of like, it's kind of bittersweet, I'm not gonna lie. But I assume it called for...
I needed to find a way around that fence.
What the fuck is that? Alan Wake. Okay, let's steal this back for now. See, can we use it somewhere else? It's really cool. Assuming I couldn't go up here without changing that. Ubisoft, Activision with their allegations. Yeah, Rockstar and Naughty Dog constantly crapping out. I know. It sucks. It's really, really rough right now. I'm hoping that we can get to a point where these devs can unionize and stop this shit. It's actually something that's been going on since the 2010s, but they'll get rid of the problem child and then like a festering wound that comes back, you know, because you're not cutting the head off the snake, you're just cutting off the tail until it regrows. God, this is really cool. Like, is this no, there's the fence still there. Damn. Yeah, this is fucking cool. How very Silent Hill. I love it. Hey, mate, how's it going? Hello. Games today kind of suck. Yeah, a lot of the AAA ones are definitely rough. It's a cold day in hell. These are all nods to Max Payne as well. It's hard to tell who's going to be an enemy and who's not. Like, I'll deal with these shadows on my own, but how do you know when it becomes a problem? Yeah. Max Payne remakes, funny enough, I went and played through the series, and then after I finished with 3, we were talking about the remakes. Nice, nice. Yeah, I did a cheeky little playthrough of it as well. It was nice to see. I had a lot of old fans of Alan Wake come through. Nice. Keep an eye out for the yellow paint. That's usually secrets. Wake. What is this? Give your flashlight at the spiral.
Repeated over and over.
Word
The
of
words
power.
resonated with meaning. Had I written this?
Writer's room currently available. What the fuck is this? Words of gun, words of fix, words of war, words of aid, word of lamp. I love lamp. 1. Main. Oh, these are skill points as well. These are Alan Wake skill points. That's cool. And then fucking Saga's skill points are manuscript pages. 10% chance to stun enemies. Okay. Afraid. Chance to gain a flashlight charge, killing an enemy. Max health when using flashlight boost on hostile shadows. Alright. Okay. That's interesting. Yeah, they've gone full Silent Hill with this dark place.
Wake.
I'm here first. Does that mean I could have got something back there? Hello, you guys nice? Friend? Lost? A little bit, yeah. All the triangles, all the imagery, everything has just been lovingly crafted. Nice. Get some heals. Some more ammo. We're finally playing as Alan. It's been quite fucking mad so far. Bit of live action talk show stuff. Now we're back here. So does that mean... Holy shit, that's confusing. This is the fence we were trying to get behind. And wasn't there a word of power over here? Haha. Does that count? Word of gun. Hi, my name's Gun. Gun from... Alright, roulette. Provides 5% chance to not consume ammo. Increased knockback. Increased flare gun projectile area of effect. Nice. Nice. Not consume ammo and fire. Okay, not too bad. Somniac's still cool. Hell yeah, there's some good ones out there. It's just a lot of egos, and we idolize a lot of these developers, and it's a very wrong thing to do, but unfortunately in the social media era, people are chronically online and they don't have proper moral figures to look up for, you know. So you end up, this is why people get groomed and all this kind of stuff. They're very gullible motherfuckers. It's the same people where it's like guys in their 40s fighting over a piece of plastic. Who cares about PlayStation versus Xbox when people are losing their fucking jobs, you dumb bastards. God damn it. Doing something with something only for that something to get a new something. Don't pay attention who the dev is. I get you. A lot of people get confused between devs and publishers for sure as well. I noticed that. It's kind of a sheep behavior stuff. They'll just blame it all. Like, well, I mean, when you've got like Activision and EA and a few others that kind of have in-house developers, but they're still called EA, and that it gets confusing for sure. But yeah, for the most part, and like EA does a lot of EA original indie dev stuff, and they're wonderful, you know. Those are absolutely fucking wonderful, but they're stuck to EA, which fucking sucks ass. So what do, you know? I still can't get Blizzard hit over section. Oh yeah, for sure. See, what's wrong is during the 90s, it was all nerds, you know. It's still nerds, but nerds are cool now. And these same nerds couldn't get women to save their life. Didn't matter how successful they were. They're still nerds. They're just chronically in a developer bubble. So as video games got huge, they became rock stars, you know, just fucking legends. But, you know, they're still dumbasses with no social skills. So these guys turned into the Roofie Patrol, you know. That's why they're fucking obsessed with people like fucking Bill Cosby, because they wrote the handbook for these creeps. Doesn't matter how much money. That's why you've got like people like Elon Musk and Trump and all these. They might have power, but they have no common sense, no street smarts. They behave like a 12-year-old with a penis. It's like, congratulations, You're a fucking creep. Stare straight up.
Fuck me.
This is fucking confusing. I like it. Die, Casey. Wow. After killing Alex Casey, how dare you? How fucking dare you? Uh-oh. Oh, Jesus. That is fucked up. Anything up here? This guy tried to kill me. Okay, so now we have the secondary light. So we can get into the subway. Now we got more secrets back here. I'm finding all the secrets. Yeah, this is very evil within too. What is here? Oh, Scratch. I don't want to know about Scratch. Shotgun, but we don't have our shotgun yet. We gotta find it. We jump down here just normally? No. We don't want to break his little legs. So yeah, yellow paint will also always have secrets. But yeah, as long as we keep these devs accountable, we can keep things going, you know. I know it's tough, and paying with your wallet doesn't really work. The way I look at it, if you're hyped for something, don't let anybody change your mind. Alright, we'll put that there, right, see? And then we'll take this one over here. Nice. We should go look around very briefly just to see if there's anywhere else we can put our bulb. Oh, mama. Student, including side quests, hell yeah. Oh shit, it wasn't scrolling. Evil, oh yeah, evil assassin, yeah. No, that's another dude. Look past the fact that I questioned if those were publishers. I'd say this year actually has enough games that I can make a top 5. Oh, nice! Dude, I feel like this year is enough games for me that I can make a top 50. It's fucking hell. Talk about where you could lead with spoilers. I know, I'm sorry. Sorry about that. Yesterday I found out Talos Principle 2 will release this week. Hell yes. Did they move up the date, you think? Speaking of Talos Principle, I played through Serious Sam 4. Hell yeah. Serious Sam doing his thing. What's this? Is this like a death sentence or something? What the fuck? Don't want to go that way. Postal doing his thing as well. Just trying to find any secrets I can now at this point. See? Let's go to the question marks. I just wish you would run a bit faster. I feel stupid. It's ironic we made the joke about hey, word of fix. Increase maximum health. Maximum to health restored. Wheels within wheels. Word of power. Restores 50. Oh, that's pretty cool. Can I not do word of gun? Weird name for them, but Sherlock. What's new, pussycat? Done a really nice job here. Yeah, Talos Principle 2 looks godly. Serious Sam. Yeah, Serious Sam is old school. Back like with Duke Nukem. They're great games. Good old school gory shooters. They had a bit of a resurgence recently, last couple of years. Nightmare Dimension, I like that. I think we went down that way already. It's hard to know who you're gonna fight. It's fucking, that's the scariest part. But they did a damn nice job here, holy hell. Only fictional New York. Just like New York on a Saturday night. What's this, stationery? Maybe we'll need that later. Oh, I think I just got hit with someone there. Oh, I'm after glitching the game out. Fucking hell. It's completely glitched out. Damn. Damn! Yeah, this has been one of the best years in gaming, but it is horrendous for bugs. There has not been a single release at 80 fucking euro, I'll have you know, that is not covered in bugs. Spider-Man is covered in bugs, all of them. It's disgraceful. And I knew this was coming, and it's only going to get worse next year as well. Just to let you know. Now, how much did you see? This is what he was trying to do. I was actually trying to open. Yeah, it didn't save a damn motherfucking thing. It goes faster up the stairs, but not faster that way, huh? Oh, I think it's still buggered, is it? That's unfortunate. I think as soon as I got hit there, I tried to move into the Mind Palace, and it really buggered the game. The reason there's so many bugs is they keep firing their QA testers, and it's one of the most important roles in a developer. It's quality assurance. You're basically just playing the game over and over and over under NDA, and you just basically fucking spend your days calling out every bug. I was wondering how they would handle this dark place. Yeah, fucking damn good job. I don't think this would have been something that they could have done on the old gen. Oh, it even has the lights on it as well. Nice. That's the first, like, big bug that I've found. I'm drowning. These are all like free power-ups, I think. Mario Wonder doesn't have any bugs. Yeah, it's just the usual fucking shite, huh? The controls like an ass. It's probably the best 2D Mario we've got in about 10 or 15 years, but it's still beholden to a lot of old ways. Nintendo makes magic, but they're also stuck in 1997. That's annoying, you know? Atrocious online. But they're still able to make magic, so we will always love them. Their technology is, you know, that's an old NVIDIA fucking Shield Tegra fucking chip, you know, from 2011 or something. 2007 maybe. So yeah, they're very, very behind, but we love them. They're a great developer. They make a lot of stupid choices for no damn reason, other than being idiots. Let's see, I wonder what these mean. What does that mean? Light shift echo. I don't even know what the fucking echo is. Okay. I don't know what that is. It's light. Okay, we're still kind of figuring out the open city sections of this. Wish you could run faster, buddy. Yeah, RoboCop. I'm excited for that. Spider-Man's covered in bugs, right? He's already a bug. Hit deep that I spoke negatively. Oh. Are you guys back at it? Oh, Jesus Christ. It's like nothing has changed. It's been years. I think Pyro just likes to have like a go from time to time. He's dead right. He just states something and that's it. It usually comes down to not wanting to deal with bullshit. Like we had fucking Mitchell back in the day as well. Pyro would just give him what for. The problem is when people get jaded from game developers and all that stuff, they get really, and you kind of turn into what is known as a fucking crotchety bitter person, and you'll just kind of go against stuff for no reason. I wonder, can you mark it on the... No, that's not gonna make a difference anyway. Yeah, and I've seen this on a lot of people. You get completely just too fucking chronically online, and you're completely I don't know, yeah, the only word for it is like jaded. It's like these developers have hurt you on a personal level, so that means everyone has to burn. It's like, damn, it's not that serious. Find a new hobby, you know. If you've gone that far, nobody's out to hurt you. Just move on, you know. And there's always going to be games that people will love and people will hate. It is what it is. I've got a lot of games that I love, and I know that they're considered poor. I don't give a fuck. How's it going, lads? That's on the other side of them boys. Alright. I'm just trying to find this. So I'm here now. It's still telling me that there's a big question mark. Where could it be? Probably another word of power. Maybe up here? Yeah. When... You have to be very careful that the thing you love doesn't become... Echo approaching it at a significant angle. Is this it? You become a contrarian, you know? And most of the time contrarians are older people because they're just kind of, you know, you're in pain or you're just pissed off at life or whatever. Does this count? I don't think so. I gotta be right on it. But yeah, you gotta be careful. I've seen more and more men in their 20s becoming contrarians. It's not like a picky thing or anything like that. It's just, I think it's a mix of, I don't know, things in life not going your way, so you have to have a chip on your shoulder. It can be a very negative, empty way of living. It's a waste of life, really, because it gets you nowhere. Because you'll always see the negative in everything, you know. Yeah, you don't want to live your life. I must have this one already. You don't want to live your life as an empty, ignorance is bliss kind of person either. I do think it's important. I always say it, but it's important to be awake but not woke, you know. Ironically, we're playing Alan Wake, you know. That's the way I look at it. Being woke is dangerous. And these days, it's just another empty, sheep way to be. But to be awake, to be aware of your surroundings and not get fucked over by things, that's important. Alright, align the echo by approaching it from... Where is the echo? Does he think this here? It's like a eclipse, a silhouette.
The city was a monster, poised to tear
that's
you
cool.
the second you let your guard down. You thought you had it.
This kind of shadow stuff they do is
You knew
awesome.
what the hell you were doing.
It's from Control.
Your last mistake.
It's almost like a floaty, looking at a floaty in your eye.
You didn't deserve to get lucky. You blinked at
Oh
the
yeah.
wrong time.
Yeah, Jude was around years ago.
And the fire
He's a
escape
unique
was meant to
person
be
for
the
sure,
getaway route
as we all
was
are.
gone. Was never there at all.
Yeah, I love Nintendo as much as they piss me off.
The city was
Like the
coming to
state of
finish
their
you
hardware,
off, and there was nowhere left
state
to
of
run.
Pokemon, state of the online stuff, their constant shitting on esports and YouTubers, and yeah, things are getting better, but it's not 2010, you know what I mean? It's like, wake the fuck up. They're a very Japanese enclosed company. Like I argue parts of PlayStation's like that too. And you couldn't tell. Japanese companies, they hold things close to their chest. They're extremely insular, almost to a point. Just like their people as well, you know. Japanese people are wonderful, but there's a very select portion of Japanese people that are traditionalists, nationalists, and their way is the only way.
Something lingered here. A line from
And
a half-forgotten
that kind of
story.
way of thinking belongs in the 1800s, you know. We're not there anymore. Best game of the year for me until RoboCop. Yeah, RoboCop's going to be fun. Now, I know that sounds funny, but it's going to be great. It's reviewing very well. It's made by a little Polish studio, and by God, they had one of the worst starts you could get. They made a Rambo game that was on rails. Just garbage, you know? Like, even as if it was meant to be like a light gun game, which were great at their time, there's a place for that, right? And done well, it can still work, you know? There's still a lot of good shmups and all that kind of as well. But, no, not that game. That game was crap. And their next game was the Terminator Resistance game, which, like, these guys couldn't be a better example of solid AA development. And we need more of that, you know? We can't be waiting 6 fucking years for these AAA games. I think I got everything out of there, did I? Yeah, you're not paused when you're... No, I didn't. I still didn't get whatever that was. What the fuck is it? I want to get it because it could be like a gun or something, you know? Fuck if I know what it is. Yeah. I'm watching people play RoboCop and it's buggy as well. But I mean, like I said, this is just a constant thread this entire goddamn year. What I think is end up gonna fix it is if we get some AI learning with the QA designers, you know, QA testers. So have AI test for bugs and that, which is, I know, odd, but yeah, it might be a way of putting it to good use. Because everything else AI does is pretty fucking stupid nowadays with the art and the voice acting. I think it's gonna be a good game. I think it'll be a good, like, solid 8 out of 10, you know? I'm okay with that. Terminator game looks cool too. They're not gonna win any awards, but I honestly don't even know if they need to. Okay, what am I missing here? They're clearly trying to tell me something. It's a big circle. I went up here and got the echo, but I don't think that was enough. It's not the word of power, unless it's glitched. It's not doing anything. Yeah. Trust me, as long as you're having fun with the game, it doesn't matter about anything else. Like, I think Baldur's Gate 3 will win most of the awards for this year. And definitely deserves it. Holy shit. I used the duct tape. But no one, if you would have told me, like, at the start of the year, no one would have believed you. How do I know if they're real or not? Let's grab a manual and save, because I didn't like that bug. Luckily, it was just a matter of... Another echo, no? Just a matter of getting stuck in the camera, I think that was about it. Yeah. So did Cyberpunk? Yeah, exactly. Well, we see that kind of with DPG as well. Like, you know, DPG is a good person, but he's of that generation where whatever online says goes, you know? It's just not the way you think as a free person. He's like addicted to Rotten Tomatoes. I'm like, dude, Rotten Tomatoes is not the be-all end-all. And I have found in my experience, especially in the last 15 years or so, that whenever a big outlet reviews something, it's usually the other way around. Like, if it reviews bad, there's probably some merit to it. And if it reviews good, especially the big boys like IGN fucking morons, then it's probably a pile of shit. Or average at best, you know? How come you can run up a stairs more than you can run fast? Was this the other echo, maybe? Trying to figure this out, same as you guys. That might be just a glitch. No? But, yeah, I wouldn't worry too about it. Like, don't let anyone kill your vibe or your hype or anything. It can happen.
The rain tried to wash away the sins of this city.
The only thing I get from reviews is performance. And usually I get that from Digital Foundry anyway. So if something's a pile of shit performance-wise, then fuck it. Game's getting hyped and backed, potentially fake and bought reviews. It's true, isn't it? It's true. I try and keep my hype in check, but it's very hard to do. Especially if you're waiting for a game's like 7 years and fucking 13 years, you know? It's an event.
I never stopped drinking.
It's so tough. And yeah, they do build it up as well. And then, like, gaming as a whole has changed fundamentally because of YouTube and stuff like that, you know? Because you've got people that have to keep furthering the algorithm and getting paid, so they just make up shite all the time. Okay, let's see how much we got there. No, we still haven't got this. I wonder, that's the safe area. It's going to be a little bit tougher to find these things because you just don't know what level they're on. And we got this little bugger over here too. I like doing this kind of stuff because it feels like you're 100%, you know. Cyberpunk Starfield were hyped to oblivion. Yeah, made by big AAA. Well, because made by a lesser known studio out of shorter dev cycle. Yeah, Cyberpunk was a disaster, and it's not one they're going to make again. But it's too late. The damage is done. I think Starfield is an amazing game. You know, like. I don't think it's going to win any awards. There's just too many games that are better. Starfield, if you remove it from that ancient-ass engine, dirty bastard. Is he stopping me? Like, I don't know. See, you don't kill these things. It's so weird. You just get too close to them. There's got to be a way over there. I really enjoy Starfield. I think that's one that's... It's in a horrible position because you've got Sony fucking fanboys who were excited for the game, now will just destroy it. And you've got genuine reviews, you know, which is definitely, most of them are definitely right. You know, it's an ancient-ass engine which holds it back. It's like lots of load screens that they absolutely should not get away with. But in terms of combat, story, and setting... I think it's miles above Fallout 4, which was so mediocre to me. I refuse to even replay it ever again. Because it's just boring piss. Like Fallout 3... ironically, most of the good shit that Bethesda have done were actually done better by another dev or by a mod. And that, I don't even go back down. Interesting, you can block yourself off. That's cool. So if we had the light on the other side, it wouldn't be blocked. I just want to see what this big circle... what the question mark is. This is a good conversation though. I appreciate this, guys. See, it's good to get this going, you know. You have to see every side of it. There's absolutely no point not having these discussions, because otherwise we're just fucking sheep, you know. It's idiocracy and we just sit back and mindlessly consume media like Marvel fans who don't give a fuck. But I think, even as we speak, I think Marvel fans are starting to wake up. You know, there's a lot of YouTubers now that just hate on stuff because they can, and then they just swap. Like, they don't give a fuck, really, you know, as long as it's feeding the algorithm. But yeah, Marvel has been fucking up. Like, the first couple of years after Endgame, you're like, okay, let's try this stuff, let's try this and that, you know. But we're starting to wake the fuck up and see that it's garbage. It's all garbage. I think what's going on with Disney now is they have miles too many franchises, and they're splitting up Marvel and Star Wars that you can't even tell the difference anymore. Too many directors. Too many writers. They're spoiling the soup. As our little gender friend. Who are you?
Hello.
Oh, look who it is.
Hey, Alan.
Sean Ashmore.
Snuck up on me.
Sorry. Have we met?
Memory problems again, huh? Yeah, we've met.
This is,
Tim Breaker.
Tim Breaker.
We've shared notes. Hey,
The
I've made
Sheriff
some
of
progress on
Brighton
the map
Falls.
if you want to take a look.
Also, main
Still
character
found my
from
mystery man,
Quantum Break. Which is a nod to his name, Tim Breaker. Or Time Breaker, or Quantum Break. Yes.
Who's this mystery man?
Oh, it wouldn't be much of a
So I
mystery
do hype things up a little bit too
All
much.
I have is a name.
Sometimes I'm just trying to hype myself as well, you know.
Orland Door.
The talk show host?
No.
What about bad
That doesn't sound
reviews
like him.
for good games? Yeah, everything
Got
is.
as many
You have to be
disguises
so
as the
careful
talk show
out there,
host.
you know. So much paid
keep
off
looking.
shit. Probably gets usually writing those things. That's beside the point. The point was good reviews don't always mean good games. No, it never really does. Unfortunately, if you have trust in a reviewer, then that can help. But what does that mean? You know, it's just because they reviewed something you like well. You know, you can create a bias online in as much as one video. You know, it's all it takes. We've been dealing with this shit since the magazine days. Trust me, lads, it's nothing new. Back in the magazine days, there was extreme fucking bias due to, you know, even like Game Informer, fucking all of the ones back then. Like, we love them, and they're, you know, they're classics now, but
Trying to. It's hard to map a dream,
serious
you know?
bias, because they were getting
I keep
early
ending up in
access to
unexpected
codes.
places.
They were getting massive,
I find interesting
sprawling,
things like those strange
fucking
markings that react to
exposés
light.
on their magazine, Nintendo Power, you name
Never
it.
the one thing that I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Feel free to check the map out.
CD Projekt
Well, I've
Red,
been
Deep
stockpiling
Water.
supplies while I poke around. If you find a stash,
They lied.
take
Yeah,
it
oh
easy.
yeah. They
I
fucked up.
appreciate the help.
They fucked up bad. They'll learn from it, but never trust them fully again. But here's the big eye-opening moment. Never trust a dev anywhere, because you're not speaking with people. You're not speaking with the fucking lowly guy who's a level designer or a character creator. When you think of it, it's a giant conglomerate. Usually you're having to deal with the fucking shareholders and the head-ups and that. Like these are not honorable people.
Oh, that's my crazy wall.
Hi,
I'm just
crazy
trying
wall.
to make sense of things. Don't judge me.
I'll trade you walls any day.
Yeah. Honestly, here's the best thing you can do. Just make your own judgment. Watch some YouTuber or watch some Twitch stream and watch the gameplay. Don't listen to what they're saying, you know? Honestly, if you're hyped about something, don't let it be swayed away unless there's some shit that comes out about the developer. The performance is crappy, you know? Reviews and points and all that, it's all arbitrary bullshit. If I could take down Metacritic and Rotten Tomatoes tomorrow, I would. I would take that shit down because it's a giant mess. It's all fake. You've got people review bombing, others being paid off, so you've got both scales fucked. And then, not to mention, it's a giant aggregate. So it means that no matter how good a review is or how bad it is, it's always rounded up or rounded down, you know? It's stupid. It's all stupid. The fact that we use something like that shows you how little we've learned as a society. But, I mean, we still believe in politics, so that's all you need to know about a broken society we are. We just keep voting in more idiots. The same problems exist. Half the country's homeless. The other half's unemployed. And like, yeah, let's just keep doing this over and over again. We've learnt nothing, dude. Holy shit. If I was an alien, I'd be secondhand embarrassed for these fucking humans, man. Because we're just falling apart. And you got the morons like that just feed themselves and feed technology and fuck off. I do not like our society as it is, but I'm not like a Joker kind of thing where it's like, it's just a sick society. But anyone with half a brain to rub together can realize that we're going downhill fast. Technology's growing, but we are slipping into just stupidity. Like, every day, TikTok just shows you the mental rot going on. This one chick, like, refuses to cook ever. She's like, I'll just order out and suck his dick. I'm like, what is this? What is this? Is it just LA? Is it just TikTok? What is it? Yeah. So happened to Darksiders and Days Gone. Oh no, dude, it sucks. Days Gone 2 will happen. Mark my fucking words. Sony's going through some crazy shit right now. Okay, did I figure it out? No, I still didn't. Oh my god, what is this? It seems to be in this room, but as you can tell, there's no singular way into it. They're messing with me. I'm thinking it's probably down there. That's really cool, man, that they're giving you such a wide area to explore. Yeah, these are good conversations to have. Always just gotta remember that that's all it is, just conversations. People get heated and passionate. That's the good side of you know, the game industry and the fandoms and that. It's good, but you gotta know when something is just something that makes you happy and it's a straight up obsession. And you know, the modern generation can't really figure out the difference between reality and fiction and obsession and something you just like. I look like a tank for a second. It's always good just to take a breath. I hope Darksiders comes back in a big way, because I'm here for it. We'll get our shotgun. Jedi Survivor is the most broken. It was, and that's on my top 5 list for games of the year. It's wonderful. So good games can shine through bugs, and like, you know, I've been playing these games and I know it's one of the buggiest years we've had in a while. It's also one of the best years, but it's also one of the worst years because they're just fucking getting rid of no charges. Did I not just grab one a second ago? Excuse me? You all saw me grab that one over there, right? Maybe I put it in by accident. Yeah, so there's no excuse for these bugs, and they should be reviewed properly according to how buggy these things are. And Spider-Man, there was no mention of these bugs, you know? And even Jedi Survivor, they mentioned performance and that, but there was some genuine game-crippling stuff. I hate that. That's when you see the bias as well. And there's also another problem as well, and the guys over at Digital Foundry have mentioned this too, that they play a pre-fucking Day Zero patch game, right? This fucking Day Zero patch is the worst thing to ever happen to video games. I fucking hate it. I wish all games didn't have any online at all. I hate it. It's turned into the fix it again later shit, the Fiat mentality, the horrible... It's because all games are apps. If we went back to the old disc days where everything was complete on disc, yeah, games would take longer to make.
The platform were closed.
But trust me, they would be better for it. So yeah, they played like it was Spider-Man 2, right? And they played it beforehand. They're like, this is how we reviewed it, dude. It actually was better. And I've been saying this for a while, that modern games, every time they update it, they break something else, because they work on old builds when they're updating it so that you can play the current build that's out, right? You know, they can't shut a game down to fix a bug. They usually roll back stuff. So what happens is, on that old build, they're actually working on stuff that was fixed, you know? So you're patching something but leaving old fixed bugs in. It's like undoing your work just to fix something else. And you know, there's obviously the giant funny joke in development that is, you know, I think someone did a great GIF on it where he turned off one bug and it turned another one on. It's like those puzzles we always play with, you know? But yeah, there's no hate here. The thing that I actually despise is the nasty fuckers of developers treating their workers like shit, you know, or the massive amount of, honestly, just sexual abuse and
something about the station platform felt significant. It would work in my writing, but I needed more. Something lingered here. A half-forgotten memory. An echo.
God, this is so fucking clever. Look at this. Don't sleep again, see? Stop writing wake. Oh my god, everything is talking to us. This is not just rubbish and graffiti and stuff. Oh look, there's the fucking circle. This is all the dark place talking to us. That's so badass.
Something was here. A vision about to reveal itself. I needed to look at it from the right angle.
Super Express. Late nights. Yeah, you guys, I love this. I appreciate talking like this. You guys are awesome. It was overblown, it was glitchy, it wasn't the end of the world. The problem with fucking Cyberpunk was it should never have released on PS4 and Xbox One. But there was nothing we could do about it because the supply was out of control, you know? And then you had stupid scalpers. So they ruined the first 3 years of this generation. This is why we haven't had... a genuine fucking PS5 exclusive until Spider-Man 2.
Missing, presumed dead. The cult was leaving me clues to follow.
Days Gone, Sonny put a nail. I know, but I think there might be something else there, dude. We've lost Jim Ryan. That's a good thing. And now they're pushing back against the games as a service.
The name made me think of the exit wound of a bullet.
The bigger problem with
flash of inspiration, the ghost of my fictional detective.
Not getting Days Gone 2 is that they've lost talent. They've lost the director. These people have left because of this scummy shit going on, you know.
Write them into my story to create a
we could all argue for days, but we all know Sony is probably, you know, the top 3 right now, right? Top of the pile, earning the most. Nintendo's probably earning more because of the way their structure is, but you know, Sony's top of the pile, but they're fucking up, and nobody is exempt from that kind of shit.
Story was affecting the scene.
Yeah.
The dark place
come back some terrible reputations.
The way into the tunnels was no longer blocked.
Definitely redemption stories. Cyberpunk's obviously a big redemption story, but you know, it's an old now it's like a Mandela effect, but it used to be an old Nintendo president that came up with that saying, you know, the first impressions one. I think it's a Mandela effect. I don't think he actually ever said it, but I still stand by it.
Into the maw of darkness, it swallowed him whole.
The whole idea of the first impressions of a game, you know, like a bad game will always be bad, right? A good game will eventually be great, but it's like the first impression. You gotta it's better just to wait and get it right. Played Scorn this year. That game didn't have any bugs. It's one of the worst games I've ever played. Oh damn. Yeah, Dead Rising 4 was a disaster. They just rushed it to market, you know, and it was a new engine, but that actually crippled Capcom Vancouver. And if we ever get Dead Rising back, which I hope we do, it will not be with that team, sadly. It'll go back to Capcom themselves. They said they have another game to come out before March, and it's going to sell millions of copies. But I think it's probably something Monster Hunter related.
The tracks led into the tunnel. That was my way.
Dino Crisis, like me. And people want fucking Resident Evil 0, Resident Evil 1, Resident Evil Code Veronica. They want all this stuff, and it's like, just hold on. Yeah, Scorn, I don't think Scorn was a bad game. It just was misrepresented. Of course it was, as usual. Just like No Man's Sky was, you know. They built it up like it's the fucking next coming of Jesus Christ, and then lo and behold, it's not. Scorn was positioned as a horror, survival horror game. It's not. It's barely got any combat in it. And Callisto Protocol was awesome as well, but he shouldn't have chased Dead Space, you know? If Dead Space is a 10, Callisto's like a solid 7. I still enjoyed my time with it, you know? People have come in and said, I don't like it. And it's all well and good to, you know, fucking talk about a game you got free on PS Plus. It's all well and good. It changes the mind a lot. Darkness. And, you know, it's not Dead Space. It's nowhere near that. But as if he just fucking stood on his own and made that kind of melee survival game, it would have been much better for it. Like, you can't say it's not graphically impressive. I know he loves his sweat a lot, but I think there's some good stuff there. Sam Witwer did a good job, but yeah, if Dead Space is a 10, then it's definitely like a 7 or an 8. It's from the same guy who made Dead Space, and he's kind of tucked his tail and ran now, which I thought was very cowardly. He can do better than that. Glenn Schofield. I don't
like the sound of that.
So I think Striking Distance, which is the name of that, they're probably gone. Unless they can get a vast amount of, you know, funding from somewhere. It's all a shit show. I think next year it's going to be very telling, where Embracer kind of bought up nearly 200 IP and then realized that they had no safety net. So as soon as, I think it was like a Saudi Arabian prince or one of these big conglomerates pulled out worth $2 billion, they are now finding themselves in serious hot water, to the point of even like Tomb Raider being under fucking threat, even though that's been propped up by Amazon, which is hilarious. Because unfortunately, poor old Lara, which started off a great genre and really pushed 3D into a massive, like even more so than Mario in a big way. You know, this was around the same time. People always go on about Mario 64, and I get that, but a lot of Europe was not Nintendo focused. I'm sorry. It was Sega, then PlayStation. I know myself, because I was fucking there. And to this day, I can't find a single Irish or UK person with a fucking Switch. You know what I'm saying? It's like kids. Yeah, of course kids have them, because it's like mommy and daddy want to play Animal Crossing while you play Pokemon. But I can't find a single fucking grown-ass person or a teenager. They all have PS4s. Where's the fucking Switches, man? So that shows you, you know, it's only a small little pool, but it shows you where we're going with that sort of stuff. I think Nintendo will always be the third console for a lot of people. It's a great machine, but it's showing its ass. But hopefully the Switch 2 will change that. I hope so, anyway. Here we are. There's a lot of great games out there, but it shows that we're actually reaching peak. And I remember the fucking gaming crash. We have thousands of games that release every day, and that sounds wild, but just go look on Steam, go look on Epic, every fucking minute of every day. My favorite thing about Dead Rising was the psychopaths, yes! And forcing to get rid of them. It did. It went after like Black Friday, Christmas. I had some fun with it, I played, but like, it's not Dead Rising, you know? I think that probably hurt you, Jude Law, because I know you're a massive fan of Frank West, you know, and that's like half-assed game with him in it. All you can do now is reboot the series. Not even like a full remake, just reboot it. Like, Chuck is amazing, and Dead Rising 3 gets so much shit, and I love it. I think it's one of the strongest of the bunch. The problem with it, it was an Xbox One exclusive, and all of a sudden that pissed people off, even though, lo and behold, the other Dead Rising games were also fucking
were a maze.
Xbox exclusives for a while, you know?
Led me on.
I tried telling them that. It was always Capcom and Xbox's baby. For a long, long time. And if it ever comes back, it'll probably be the same thing again. Capcom will not risk bringing that series back unless it has ultimate funding. This is where like people kind of shit on PS Plus or they shit on Game Pass or whatever. I think it's been one of the most fucking wonderful things. It's the Netflix for gaming, and it, you know, in the long term, it's probably gonna hurt things a little bit, because just like me, you know, you start to lose the value in games. Like, you think I'm gonna pay €80 for a game that I can just wait 6 months and it's on Game Pass? I get that, but here's the thing: people just think it's Netflix. It's not just that. You're also getting, like, every time a game goes on there, that dev is getting anywhere between $1 million to $20 million. They even wanted to pay $300 million for Jedi Survivor. So yeah. The way I look at it is it's just wealth distribution. That's what it is. It's Microsoft and their bottomless Bill Gates trousers. Trillions upon trillions of dollars that's getting fed back into the fucking system. And that's a good thing. Do you think fucking little tiny studios will ever get even a modicum of that kind of money? And you know, like, I think the way things go with sales, that people will nearly... Oh, if you have a Switch, they'll nearly always buy a new game on it. They just will. Like, the retention is insane. And when it comes to PlayStation and Xbox, it's very clearly 80% PlayStation, 20% Xbox. But now with Game Pass, that has shifted completely. And Xbox are playing a different game. And I think it's genius what they're doing. You know, it's going to pay off now. I think in the long run, when Netflix and all them fall, you're going to see things like Game Pass fall as well as PS Plus, because you know, but they'll reach their apex very quickly. I think you're going to have this thing where people are just not going to be able to afford it the same way it is now, and they'll buy all those same with PS Plus Premium and all that. It's like, do I pay $80 for a game, or do I pay, you know, 20 if it gets that high, 20 a month, and I get all these other games? People will still see value in that to a certain point. But it will peak, and then it'll plateau, and then Xbox will panic, you know? And I can see that happening anywhere between 5 to 10 years from now, depending. But you can see the ass is falling out of Disney and Netflix and all that, and people will still just fucking... painkillers, okay. People will still buy into it. What's funny is we have been resold the idea of cable. Cable over here was just Sky TV and that for a long time, and people didn't give a shit, and they tried everything. Sky Glass, they're trying to fucking smart TV the shit out of it, and it's just another stupid venture. So we didn't really have the same. In America, I didn't know how bad it got. People were paying like 120, anywhere from 80 to 120 a month on the sheer amount of cable, and then the add-ons like during cable and then Netflix. Then the cable cutters came along, and now they're reselling you cable, but people don't even realize it because audiences are mostly stupid. You know, maybe 10% of audiences have brains. The rest is just, I'm watching Game of Thrones because you're watching Game of Thrones. I love Game of Thrones. Don't you love Game of Thrones? You know, it's just fucking stupid. It's just sheep, man. They'll go, like I said, lemmings fucking running off a cliff, man. They'll just go because of the people that are doing it, you know. It's the same with everyone who does a TikTok challenge till they're fucking on the hospital bed. And we can blame clout and we can blame, but it really just comes down to no self-awareness. That's all it is. How do you have self-awareness when you have iPad babies that where YouTube does the thinking for you? You just feed into the algorithm. You're part of it. You're part of the algorithm. Reject as I don't like that. Okay. Alright. Now we're just getting into random stuff. I'm sorry, now I'm ranting. But yeah, Dead Rising will come back. I know it will. Zombie stuff never disappears. Yeah. I don't think that will be the case for Cyberpunk. Yeah, Cyberpunk's pretty much done now. They're working on Witcher Remake and the new Witcher Trilogy and then Cyberpunk 2. I think, you know, they've earned back some good graces, but never forget, you know? As they say, like in relationships and stuff like that, you forgive but never ever forget. Yeah, the psychopaths need to bring that back. With the case of Dead Rising 4, it's definitely a team problem. They were just running out of gas. You see this with so many series. I don't know what it is about number 4. I suppose it means death in Japan, but the fourth entry of a lot of stuff is a disaster. Now I know we got our Uncharted 4s and stuff like that, but to me Uncharted 4 felt like a whole new series, you know? It's just, yeah, it was just a different time for Naughty Dog, but you can see they can't even get to number 2 of The Last of Us, so fucking everything up. I'm not happy where Naughty Dog are going. They've gone from one of my favorite developers to one of my worst, and it happened with Neil Druckmann, sadly. That is a man who is just an ego, a pair of balls, and 2 legs. That's all it is. He's ran out every little bit of talent left at Naughty Dog. All of the great directors, Bruce, everybody, Alex, gone. So that means no Jack and Daxter, not even Uncharted will be the same. You know, they're gone. These directors are gone. And you know, obviously it's the team that works on stuff, but to say it's not powered by a great director is just silly. Yeah. Yeah, Capcom, hell yeah. I like the first 2 Dead Risings, hell yeah. Case Zero, yeah. But say NPC looks familiar. Hell yeah. Didn't Quantum Break have live action? I'm so far behind, I'm sorry. Yeah, it did. Hell yeah, it did. Had a whole show, like Netflix style. So you play through them all, meaning you play 2 and you play off the record. Hell yeah. They're good games, Zombie. Yeah. Yeah, he's just being goofy. As I was saying earlier, when you're in love with something, you're obsessed with something, you're gonna love it all the way. Love it all the way. Rosanna. Look, we've got to get through here. I like how open these areas are. I'm not gonna lie, I am a little confused, but that's just me. I am confused. Yeah, it's like Dead Rising and Guns Going Cannoli. I remember Jude was like, it was not a single day that went by. It's like, damn, I think he likes those games. I think we all have our favorites, right? You could tell you every stitch of the lore and all that kind of stuff. This is one of the worst few years in gaming generation. When Dead Rising 4 came out, like so bad that it takes 3 years to get one of the new consoles. Thank God the Switch wasn't released this decade. I don't think so. Why would they say that about one of the most popular series? We heard about that they were remastering the first 3 Tomb. Yeah, I did. Like, why? Decades old games should at least remade. That's right. Because they want some revenue. And they're getting. I'm not too convinced about the new remasters either. Like, Everything just looks like it was just smoothed over. Even they're trying to make Lara look like she did in the cutscenes. Like, I have a special place in my heart always for Tomb Raider. It's extremely important to me, and I started playing those on the Sega Saturn, even though you might remember them as PlayStation. But sadly, Lara has been the whore of the whole
another place to use in this
industry, and I hate that.
I needed to search the tunnels
She went
for
from
further visions,
being on
inspiration
Sega
for the story that would lead me deeper.
Plotboard to Sega getting the or not fucking PlayStation getting the grubby mitts on it, and then Xbox fucking made it exclusive. It's just stupid. And now we have Amazon, so it's just, I hate this highest bidder stuff. It's really piss poor, you know. I bet you Core look back on stuff when they're like rolling in their graves, you know. But it's not Crystal Dynamics that are causing the trouble. It's actually Eidos Montreal. They've been the whores the whole time. Eidos Montreal are another goddamn conglomerate, you know. You might have seen it pop up in the Deus Ex games or stuff like that, but they're mainly just a bigger studio, bigger fucking publisher. But they don't have a clue. To me, they're ironically so close to.
They changed the story. And with that, the dark place changed.
Ubisoft, where Ubisoft is. Ubisoft are one of my favorites. One of my fucking favorites. Rayman, Beyond Good and Evil, Assassin's Creed, Prince of Persia. It's just, Far Cry even was great. Far Cry 2 and 3 are fucking godly. Godly. But they can't do anything anymore. They need to get rid of the little Frenchman. Fucking Yves Guillemot. He's been a disaster in that company for a long time.
Some Fed came looking for the cult, but it was a trap.
I have a Switch, yeah. Met a UK guy with a Switch, right.
They're next.
They'll make a sequel to Cyberpunk. Oh yeah, they're already working on it.
Alan Wake. They're unholy.
Naughty Dog can last with just The Last of Us, yeah.
Sounds like a load of bull.
Cyberpunk, have you actually played it? I remember when you were hyped as crap for it. I had no idea Tomb Raider were on the Dreamcast. No, it was Sega Saturn. But yeah, they were eventually on the Dreamcast, yeah. With the last Revelations, which was 4. It all started with Core Design. They were a really great British studio. They were working out of Derby. This old fucking Victorian house turned into a studio. He worked on many games for the Commodore Amiga. That's how I knew them.
Agent had come here looking for answers.
Out came Tomb Raider.
All he found was a fate worse than death.
But yeah, ever since Eidos Montreal got their grubby mitts on them, they ran it into the ground. They were making Tomb Raider games every year, and that's the way things were back then. You know, we pissed and moaned about Assassin's Creed every year, and then Call of Duty. Like, at least some of them got 3 years, even if they're coming out every year. It's just, you know, back then they had like 10 months. They had to put a game out every year, so they had about 10 months of development.
The blood trail disappeared under the rubble.
During last Revelations,
I had a feeling something was waiting there.
They tried to kill Lara off. Like, Core Design were so sick of making the games. They loved Lara, but it was time to kill a bitch. They tried to do it. It almost worked too. They still put out 2 more games after that. And then Angel of Darkness is what killed them. Killed off a lot of stuff. Almost killed Lara too. And it's actually like, I know it's considered one of the worst games of all time, but it's actually hidden under all the shit. It's actually a really good game. It was a murder mystery. Dark. Set in a little city. Something very different for Lara. But between horrific graphic problems at the time, because they were first PS2 game, you know, working on new engines. Controls were dog water. And a lot of other weird shit kept happening with that game. But there's people out there trying to remake it. God, that's so cool. It's not a cutscene.
A source of inspiration.
It's real time. That's fucking cool. Remedy out here just... This looks like a graphical glitch. It's not. These are echoes. You line them up. They tell a little bit of story. And you can see Alan's actually still fucking in the room rewriting his own story while he lives it. Oh, look at this. It's one of the bookers. And then we got Alex Casey, voiced by the original fucking Max Payne. Cool.
Mr. Scratch.
Mr. Scratch.
Of course, a nickname for the devil himself.
Hell yeah, the devil himself.
It was disturbing finding myself in the story this way. But I was desperate, and it felt right for the story.
Yeah, I was kind of, I'll be honest with you, like, I don't want video games to ever go away. Like, it's a huge passion for me. But during the height of this writer's strike, I was actually, still to this day, I do think it might actually move over to video games. And I kind of hope it does. Because I know bugs are getting out of control and there's a lot of greed in the industry, and that's never going to go away. But more so, I think writing, besides a very few good amount of developers, the overall writing has become so shit. And I don't mean that, like, how would I know to make a fucking game, you know, what do I know? But I have played some fucking dog water. Between the pandering woke bullshit, the constant, like, pandering representation that makes no sense, destroying characters, destroying years of built-up good stuff, just don't make no sense. And then you've just got this kind of Marvel baby back safe writing. It's horrible, horrible shit. And Sony is one of the worst offenders of this, you know. I think Spider-Man 2 is great, and clearly they bought Insomniac. Insomniac are still doing their own thing, so they are fucking, thankfully, they are an exception to the rule. But Sony in general are so far up Disney and Marvel's ass, I can smell Mickey Mouse's taint, you know? Like, stop fucking copying and learning from the bad shit and get back to the Sony we loved, you know? Sony during the PS3 generation, when they would experiment and they would make weird shit and the stories were godly, you know? Ever since the success of the PS4, they have been slipping. They're riding on their own coattails like a dog chasing their tail. And we're stuck going like, Game of the Year, like fucking seals, when no one's critiquing how bad God of War Ragnarok's story is, or how fucking bad Last of Us Part 2 is. Graphically, they are amazing, but they cannot write themselves out of a plastic bag. Like a cat with a plastic bag on their head running into the fucking wall. And you're supposed to stand back and go, Game of the Year? I wouldn't wipe my ass with this script, dude. I wouldn't wipe my ass with it. And you've got, like, Spider-Man 2 with more heartfelt moments than God of War. What the fuck? You got Alan Wake just shitting all over these fucking Sony games. Get the fuck out of here. Whoa! Dude, so fast. Bringing Marvel and movie writers into video games was the worst thing we've ever done. This man's eating his Wheaties. It's like, bitch. Yeah, sorry to get ranty about that, but it's a dire pet peeve right now. Because graphically we're just on fire. But the writing is dog water. It's why Marvel's... People think, oh, it's just fatigue, man. It's just fatigue. There's too much stuff out there. I'm like, no. It's not about that at all. It didn't hurt when you were doing the phases that led to Endgame, you know? Even the weaker ones, some of the Thor movies, maybe some of the Captain America stuff. I don't know. It was kind of weaker, but it was still like a 9 out of 10. Nowadays, nothing even goes past 4. It's just shit. Fucking WandaVision, She-Hulk, Loki, like, You might find like an episode or two that's like, damn, that was some good-ass TV. But this is not, you know, 2010, like, early fucking Netflix stuff, where you would let that away with it because that's all we knew. Now, it's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. Look at that, he's eating painkillers like Max Payne. I love it. Hey DPG, how's it going? Hello, happy Halloween. I'm gonna end this shortly so we can move over to another game. House of Ashes. I found dead guys here, but maybe this is the way we came. Maybe I'm just meant to bring the light back this way, maybe. Ragnarok, an excellent story. God, no. Which part did you like? Was it the part where, like, Kratos did nothing the whole game? Was that your favorite part? Was it the part where you're riding around on a bull with Atreus for an hour and a half? Was that your favorite part? I bet that was your favorite part. You were like, wee, put another quarter into the bull's asshole, mommy. Yay. Like, which part? Was it the part where they were supposed to kill off one of the coolest characters and then got scared and didn't do it? Was it that part? Did you ever read the original script where Thor actually kills him? And then Atreus goes down to fucking Niflheim and spends 10 years in hell looking for his father? Niflheim and then Helheim? 10 years down there, and he comes back a man. Not a piss baby Tom Holland wannabe. That's real fucking storytelling. But PlayStation are too afraid, you know? People didn't like how they handled Joel. way back when in Last of Us Part 2. So they've become scared, afraid, little Sony, afraid to stick to their fucking laurels and create something truly breathtaking. Now we're stuck in limbo where Kratos is settling down like a granddad and Atreus is off fucking around. No, think of like 2018. No, that's not the way to go. Think of God of War 2018. That is a well told story. This was a huge risk. You're gonna change up Kratos, humanize him, change the camera. Motherfucker can't jump. You got a stupid whiny bitch boy of a son, and then he's like almost an abusive father, but he's kind of learning how to. That's a great game. That is a hugely fucking inspirational game right there. Good storytelling. Hell yeah. I love that shit.
The new story beat fit the story perfectly.
I think I know what I did again. You have to go back there and then go to the plot board and then switch it up. But like the combat, like, I was saying the best story in Ragnarok was Freya and the dwarfs. They had better stories. But you remember, this is not God of War and the dwarfs. This is meant to be Ragnarok. Where's Fimbulwinter? Where's Ragnarok? We got 20 minutes of Fimbulwinter and 20 minutes of Ragnarok. It's a disgrace. I know, where's all the cool, weird, like, do you know anything about Norse mythology? If you enjoyed it, it's good. Like, I enjoyed the combat. And I liked a lot of stuff in it. But that story, like, there's no forgiving that story. It's the weakest shit I have ever... That's like eating bran flakes and thinking they're fucking Lucky Charms or something. You need to wake up and smell the coffee. People will like different things from different games, and everything is objective, of course. So it's okay if you enjoyed it. I like it, but this is also a modern Marvel audience, so it makes sense that a modern Marvel audience would like that shite. Like, if I was to ask people what actually went on the latest Spider-Man and this and that, I don't know if they could honestly fucking tell me.
The water was gone.
Water!
The way forward was open.
Yeah, I'm not trying to attack you or anything. Sorry, you just caught me in the middle of like a passionate rant. I'm sorry. If you like stuff, it's okay. But I can see what a modern audience looks like versus people who can kind of think for themselves. And the same thing's happening with Marvel and Disney. The same thing happened with Sony. I have a Series X, not wasting their 3 years to get a PS5. Cool. I can't honestly, I can't recommend any of these consoles right now. I genuinely can't. There's about 4 games worth playing on PS5. Everything else you can play on PS4. Xbox Series X is a great console for backwards compatibility and Game Pass. That's about it. We haven't had like a real system seller on that thing at all, you know. They tried to make it the Medium. The Medium is a weird ass game. Yeah. The hand holding, I believe Ragnarok, yeah. Series X. Story was constantly put on hold for some bullshit reason. Yeah. Took the flame out of it. Yeah, well, see, I'm finding that same issue with Spider-Man, but I'm hoping it'll keep it going. This cinematic Sony thing has been left over from, like I was saying, from Marvel and Disney, you know. We're making cinematic games with a bit of gameplay.
Alan. Tim Breaker.
I love all these games.
You don't remember again.
You know?
I know, Tim. I'm remembering more now.
It's good to hear, man.
But I'm just... There's nothing wrong with critiquing them either, you know? You gotta
How's your
hold
search
these
for Mr. Door
devs
going?
accountable.
Great. This...
Just between Thor and Kratos conflict. Did you like the part where Thor was an old, abusive drunk? Did you like that part? God damn it.
So you think this is a dream?
So bad.
I'm not ruling it out.
There's an original... That original script
my dreams
is 10 times the
have
game
always
that they
been
put out.
incredibly vivid.
And I don't get it twisted. I don't think
They
Kratos
feel
has to
real
die
until the second
for it to
I
be
wake
good.
up. In dreams,
He wasn't technically going to die. He was going to die, but he wasn't going to die. You know what I mean?
a different person.
Kratos has died like
with a
3-4
different name,
times
living a
already.
different life in a different world.
He was going to die, and then he was going to spend 10 years.
Maybe.
Finale was a complete shit show. Yeah, completely rushed. This was not done by the
But
same
things don't
director as the first game, not even written by it. They started to bring on YouTubers as writers. I'm sorry, but there's a reason why writers are, you know, creative visionaries that really just struggle with mental health and hating themselves, and somehow through that pain create things. Same with musicians. These are not the same as like a YouTuber
The
who
sketch you have
fancies
does look
themselves
like
a
the door I
writer.
know.
It's a big difference.
The talk show host.
All I know is the door has something to do with what's happening to me.
Ragnarok was coming out. I just thought it was an instant game of the... Yeah. I think it's a well-crafted game. There's so much to love, but one of those things is not the story. It just felt rushed, and now they want to make like a secondary game or something, you know. I'm not a big fan of where Atreus is going either. Like, the plan was to grow his ass up, you know, 10, 15 years. There's even like concept art, I think I showed it on stream, where he looks like Baldur, you know, like skinny, lean, motherfucking crack baby, you know, big beard. Yeah, so I love those games, and I think that's why I get so passionate about it. It's like, Jesus, we're playing God of War since the original, and it's hurting my soul. You've even got like the original creator, David Jaffe, just like denouncing the entirety of Sony, but I think he's just turned into a bitter old man, sadly. He has a YouTube channel now, and yeah, I think that's probably where he's at in Twisted Metal coming back. People want them to do that with Gears of War, to turn it into like a God of War thing. What do you think about that? YouTubers and writers, really, they try to do that. They have done it, and they're still doing it. Most YouTubers, if they join up with, or you know, like IGN people or whatever, they're all trying to springboard off these social media fucking things into these studios. You know, a lot of people working at EA and Sony and Xbox and all that. But most of the time, they're brought on as exactly what they should be, which is community managers, social media managers, not in charge of fucking story. Now, if you want to cut your teeth and do some NPC stuff and that, then I'm here for it. And everyone deserves their chance, but you know, it's not a brand new game. You're talking about something with 30-year legacy. It's like, fucking hell, dude. Let's treat it with a little more care than that. Like, take for instance, like the new trilogy of Tomb Raider, right? It's been awarded so many awards, been shit on just as much, and we're somewhere in the middle. One of the writers, good old Rihanna Pratchett, who was the daughter, Terry Pratchett, Color Magic and Discworld and all that, really accomplished writer. She's taken her punches, that girl. Do I think she's a great writer? That's fucking debatable. I think she's one of those people who so desperately wants to get out of her father's shadow that she's liable to make a few mistakes along the way, just as much as any of us would. So yeah, that trilogy, coming from an OG Tomb Raider fan, I've seen how bad Lara's been treated with Angel of Darkness and other stuff along the way. That trilogy was... it wasn't great, I'll be honest with you. It started off really strong. I'm one of those people who love the 2013 Tomb Raider. Yeah, the kind of implied rape scene is fucking dog water, stupid sensational shit. But the whole idea of genuinely being a survivor is awesome. But it also argues that you can never do that again. You know what I mean? You can't do a survivor story like that again. Unless she's like a POW or something. It just doesn't work. It doesn't work. But they had to make a trilogy of it. So we got Rise of the Tomb Raider. We got Shadow of the Tomb Raider. We finally fucking got Tombs and Shadow of the Tomb Raider. But they're piss water, both of them. Like, Shadow of the Tomb Raider has some good ideas, but it completely breaks down immediately when she just falls into one of the, you know, it's like an Indiana Jones moment. It's like, hey, you got like 30 years experience of not fucking around with tombs and removing ancient items. Let's do it anyway. So she causes like the apocalypse. So straight away I just let logic fly out the window and I stopped caring about that story. And then Rise was such a middle ground. It's a great game, but it's just so middle ground. It doesn't move it anywhere. You even tried to mess with that Trinity stuff and it's pretty bad. But you know, the trilogy before it was Crystal Dynamics' turn, right? So we got Anniversary, which technically was a remake, but also was moving the story forward, whether you like it or not. And then we got Legends, and then we got Underworld. These games are very fun to play, but also have a broken-ass, shitty story. It tries to use the idea of the Norse gods, but it's all centered around England and places like that, you know? So you got like Molineux, but it's in the middle of England. It's like, what the fuck are we doing here? No, obviously Vikings were everywhere, it makes sense, but yeah, it started to get a bit fantastical. I think Uncharted kind of showed up, and that's why Tomb Raider was like, we better step it up too. And both of those series have a vicious problem with the supernatural. I think they could all do so much better without it. You can always do a thing where it's like implied supernatural or something creepy. I think it works better. Once you go into the really fantastical, it's pretty stupid, you know? Like, and Tomb Raider 2013 did a good job. You know, you had this weird kind of spirit, but never got completely weird and supernatural. I know at the end you've got this kind of twister demon thing, but it's still like more like a curse, you know. But even Uncharted really jumped the shark with the weird immortal berries and stupid shit like that. But look, when you got to 4 kind of dialed it back, and it was fucking amazing, right? 4 is amazing. Jaff is a dipshit. I know, you hate to say that because, like, hey, you created a great series, but have you ever just stopped? That's what's wrong, where ego comes before brains, you know? He has some good takes these days, but, I mean, he misses as much as he hits, so that's like anybody else. Mostly you can hear there's just a horrible, bitter, you know, taste of all of his words from just being ejected from Sony. There's Die and then there's Die, right? The same guy that said Metroid Dread sucked. Yeah. Right. Yeah, Metroid Dread was fucking amazing. Surprised they didn't do an Atreus centered. Yeah, that's exactly what they're doing, Amid. It's going to take a year or two. Actually, to tell you the truth, Sony doesn't know what the fuck they're doing with anything right now. That's why I'm saying Days Gone might be back on the table. I think them messing around with games as a service, putting too much faith in Bungie, which is just unfair on them when they can't get their Destiny stuff together. Now they're pulling back again. Some of the teams actually were voting to leave, believe it or not. And one of them, this is all rumor, of course, one of them was Insomniac. And they can do this. It does not matter if you're bought and owned. There's things as walkouts. There's things as just quitting your fucking job. They didn't want to do this. I feel bad for that shift, and I told you this was going to backfire on them. Xbox had the same problem during the 2010s, where people think, oh, it was Xbox One was the big downfall. I'm like, no, they were fucking up long before that. They were fucking up. They had everything, all their ducks in a row up until like 2010, and then just kept fucking up, you know. Eventually it just became the joke of Forza, Gears, Halo. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with that, you know? But yeah, I think they didn't think far enough ahead. And Halo 4 is like far from a bad game, but I just don't think it set up stuff. And Halo 5 was just in limbo for so long, and what we got was a disaster. Yeah, it's a series that was leaning too hard on this possible Halo fucking Steven Spielberg show, and it's just a disaster. And I argue, like, Halo Infinite, most latest one, I thought was fantastic. I think it did exactly what we needed. Semi-open world, great story. Multiplayer took ages to take off, but it was never going to work. But now it seems to be doing good. But yeah, we're going to get like a half sequel. You know the way like Uncharted Lost Legacy? That's the Sony I want. The Spider-Man Miles Morales. I want them to keep doing that. If they just stay on that course, nothing can go wrong. But they most certainly need to fire like 97% of their writers, because it's just getting out of control. They're so good at making cinematic events, right, and set pieces. It's like everything they've learned from Uncharted 2. If you look at Uncharted 2 all the way to now, 15 years later, nothing's really changed that much, has it? Nothing's really changed. The graphics gotten better. The same set piece, monster closet, shooty bang bang. Doesn't matter if it's Horizon, God of War, Uncharted, Spider-Man. Does not matter. Ghost of Tsushima. They're great games. They're 10 out of 10s, a lot of them. But they are so by the numbers, it's fucking scary. Where's the risk? Where is the risk? I would argue The Last of Us Part 2 actually took a risk. Like, I think it broke Sony. I do think it did. It fucking broke them. They were so scared of the backlash. I think it's one of the riskiest games they've ever done. And for that, I commend them. But there's a lot of shit done wrong, you know? There's